Of course, Facebook's flaking on me. Good evening. I see several of you in the chat had some Facebook difficulties for our folks on the simulcast there on Facebook. Let me turn this music down a little bit here. Good evening. See 9 of you watching so far. Appreciate you tuning in to our weekly show here, HamShackTV Live. We'll be talking about emergency communications tonight. So tell your friends, tell your mom, tell the bum down the street. Get on in here and let's get ready for the best live stream in ham radio. Why don't we? Stand by. We'll be with you in just a minute. Hope you're in there, EOD Kaboom. The old song for you, buddy. Let's light this candle, shall we? Good evening, one and all. Welcome to HamShackTV Live here on this Thursday, January the 8th, 2026. Hope you're doing well. My name is Josh, AA4WX, and I'm your host here. Appreciate you tuning in. Really, I totally lost my train of thought. What a start to the show, right? Hey, I want to shout out my friends over at Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League. You can see they sent me a nice little Christmas present in the mail here. How about this? I really, really like it. It's a cool design, too. Ham Radio Prep World Radio League 73. I'm moving my mouse on my camera here, and you guys can't even see it. So, but anyway, appreciate James and Andy and all the crew over at Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League. Don't forget, if you're looking to get your ham radio license, you can go to hamradioprep.com. They've got great licensing courses. If you're new to ham radio and don't know how to get your ham radio license, check out hamradioprep.com. They've got a free lesson there, and I underscore lesson because there are people that take that free lesson and think that they're ready to test. No, you are not. You're missing so much of the material. So check out hamradioprep.com, and if you use coupon code HamShackTV, you get 10% off their already great prices. And hey, if you want if maybe you're already licensed and all that, check out World Radio League. Guys, this is the future of logging. I love World Radio League. Go check them out, worldradioleague.com. Coupon code HamShackTV. Get you 10% off your membership. Let's hit the chat here. We got a whole host of folks in here tonight. Tim Roman's in the house. Good evening. I believe that's KB9UPY. Good evening. Cooley's in the house. Good to see you, Cooley. KA9QZG. Dedupa. Good day. Rick Redak. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I like your little character there. Looks familiar. I can't place who it is. Rick also says the current talks on the subject tonight have piqued my interest for sure. What goodies do we have in store for us tonight? Well, we'll see. Well, hopefully nobody will be at each other's throats. We'll try to prevent that. N1JUR is in the house saying first, maybe first, but not on my channel. It looks like you're simulcasting on one of the others. That's okay. TO's in the house. We'll see TO here in a second. Kelly's in the house. W0 UQJ. Good to see you. Hellbilly Dave's in the house. Good to see him. Rick Redack says, commence the popcorn. Yeah, go pop your popcorn. It's going to be a heck of a show tonight. Andrew Berry is in the house. Government agencies don't care from what I can tell. We're going to talk about that. And Chris is in the house. KD9YSW. I will do that only because you said so, Dave. And you'll see Dave here in a minute. I think we've almost got caught up. Terry's in the house. Good to see. He says, hell all. Hell you too. I think that's supposed to be hello, but I got to tease a little bit. Rodney's in the house. Good to see you, Rodney. AE5TX, straight from the heart of Texas. So anyway, good to see all y'all. Appreciate y'all being in here. Make sure you go out and share out the stream. Get as many people as watching as you can. It's going to be a great stream tonight. By the way, channel memberships are available. You can see the join button down below the YouTube live stream on the internet. If you are using a mobile app, you can join. You just have to flip your phone into portrait mode, and then right down below the video you'll see a join button. So you can do that. It's pretty easy. It's as cheap as $2.99 a month. And then also channel donations are available as well right now. And right now K8KAZ has the record. So appreciate that. The record for the year, the month, but nothing for the live stream yet. So y'all get in there and do your thing. Real quickly, I might as well go ahead and bring them on the screen. Michael's using his 6 months membership. I can't believe you've been a member for 6 months. That's awesome. Play a clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
All right. Appreciate the 6 months, Michael. Aries or races?
Money isn't everything.
Oops. You almost got a bonus there. That is the question. I meant to turn off your super chat, but I hit the button instead.
Yeah, you can leave it there.
Hey, Gray Man, you know where the link is. I see you in there. Jump in there if you want. Go ahead.
I see Cooley in the chat, but I don't know what channel he's watching on. I don't see him in your chat, Josh. I don't see him in my chat, and I don't see him in Michael's chat.
23
Yeah, that's curious because I don't see him either.
23 are watching on on my channel. 2 are watching on yours, Dave, and 2 are watching on Michael's. There is one watching on Discord, Twitch, strangely enough.
Maybe that's where Cooley is.
Well, it shows a YouTube icon on top of him, so that
and a member, he's green in the chat.
Yeah, so that means he's on YouTube somewhere. But that's all right. Paul Kowald says, I took another practice test today and only got a 74. I don't know why I'm better than that. You are better than that. You're close. I will tell you that. You're very, very close. Don't take your test yet. Get consistently 80% and you'll be ready to go. Consistently, like 5 in a row, 80%. Anyway, hi, everybody.
Hey, Josh, what's going on?
Just a little hanging out. Cooley says, can you see me now? You are watching on my channel because I don't have a link icon on top of you. So Cooley's watching here.
Did you see this sexy YouTube mother lover right here? God bless. Look,
you have been going on about that since we were in the back room.
Oh, dude, I haven't looked this good in like 2-3 months. So give me a break.
Have a picture taped up on his wall that he's staring.
No. I do have one that scrolls through my Google though. My Google clock.
We might have to have him shake a little leg to get some super chats going or something here if he keeps that up.
No, I'm not that good looking. I'm good looking. Wait, I'm good looking from here up. That's it. I what do they call that? Oh God, I can't even think of the term. Where the girl's good looking from the neck up, but you never see the rest of her body.
I know what you're saying. I can't remember it either.
catfishing. Is it catfishing?
No, catfishing's where you are on a dating app and pictures are not you.
Yeah, I'm catfishing right now because from here down it's not too good. From here up it's beautiful.
Oh no, catfishing is where your pictures are not even you, like you've stolen from somebody. Jakester says butterface.
Everything butterface. Yes,
absolutely. So what y'all up to this week?
I've been going out playing, but I'm gonna let Dave go first because I know he's itching.
He literally was itching.
I was literally itching there, Michael.
He's itching to go.
Well, I know I've put it out on my goals for extra, but went out yesterday. Had to take my wife to another doctor's appointment. Now I'll talk a little more about that on the backside with you guys. Has to do with the accident, but went out, took the 6200 out yesterday, alpha antenna, and I'll tell you what, that Hextenna just works. It's becoming my favorite antenna. It's quick and easy to set up, and that 5 watts on that 6200, in 19 minutes I did 20 contacts.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's one of my other goals. Have more fun with ham radio this year.
I did a POTA exercise with our Skywarn group. I guess it's been 2 years, almost 2 years ago. But we went up on top of Foothills Parkway, which is probably about 3,000 feet up, and you just is shooting fish in a barrel once I started calling CQ. And that, to your point, Dave, that's when it's fun. Like you're calling CQ and they just wear you out. Hey, I do want to acknowledge a couple of things. You see Marvin there in the chat there saying Face for Radio. Marvin is unable to join us tonight, so giving him the night off. And also Andy said he would not be able to join us tonight. So,
well, he's joined us, so
he's joined us.
They will.
Marvin, he's joined us. He's
no. Oh yeah, he can't get on camera, I guess. But I thought you were talking about Andy. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Andy, but we'll let him do his thing for sure. All right, go ahead, T.O. What's up with you?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, did 2 POTAs, one on New Year's Day, and I did one Friday with N1JUR, who everybody in the chat, I know he's here. I'm going to do the Donald Trump thing. He's in the chat. Please wish Eric N1JUR happy birthday. Today's his birthday. But we went out on Friday. I gave him a jingle and said, dude, let's POTA. He's like, okay. So we went to Robert Frost State Farm, or Robert Frost Farm State Park, or something like that.
I doubt it's State Farm. That sounds like a State Farm agent.
Yeah, it's Park 8023. Yeah, we had a blast, man. It was cold, dude. Check out the video on Eric's channel. I just said, here, dude, put your camera up, let's go. And yeah, it was cold, and we met a couple people that were there, introduced them to what we were doing, and yeah, it was a good outing. I wish I could have got out today. I had all my gear in the work truck and I was just cold. So, or actually today was beautiful. It was almost 50 degrees. But everything was wet and I didn't feel like sitting on a wet picnic bench or anything. So, waiting for it to dry out. But I think it's going to get crappy again this weekend, but yeah, definitely trying it. My son, I gave my oldest son, some goals to meet. I told him, I said, if you get your tech, I'll get you a nice portable radio. I won't get you, ouch. I won't get you one of these. I said, I'll get you a nice radio. And then I said, you get your general, I'll set you up with an HF rig and all the accoutrement that goes with it. And he said, bet. I said, you need to do that by April. So hopefully he's watching. I didn't put that last caveat in there, but I said by April. So I'm putting that in there now. So he hopefully he gets that and gets his general. He's busy. He's got a huge family out in California, and I'm trying to actually get him to move back east, at least closer, so I can see the grandkids and such. So, what have you been doing, Josh?
You keep saying grandkids, and I'm like, there ain't no way in hell he's got grandkids.
My oldest son is 30. And I have 3 by him. My second youngest is 28, and I have 1 with him, so that's 4. And he's in Nebraska. And my youngest boy, he better keep it tied up because I don't want. And he's in Oklahoma, and I said, nope, I don't want no grandkids from you until you get your career and life in order. So
his beard's starting to go white. It won't take long. Because when I shave my beard, I don't look as old as.
Oh, as yeah. My kids are like, why is the hair on your head not gray and the hair on your beard is? I said, this is from stress from you two.
My daughters are giving me a big old gray patch right here.
Yeah,
when it grows out, you can see it.
Yeah, girls will do it to you. They will stress you out.
I raised 3 of them, so I know.
What's bad is whenever Michael said he better keep it tied up, I immediately pictured a knot. So, yeah, that's a picture I did not need. Hi, Julie. See you in the chat there.
I will get the world's smallest tourniquet and go find him in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And it will eventually begin to MCOM, Julie.
Yes. Let me see here. I'm going to put a poll out here. We're probably going to do a couple of polls here.
You laughing at the same thing I am, Michael?
Yeah.
What did I do?
You didn't do nothing.
What did Julie do?
Take a look at the chat.
Hang on, I don't stress anyone out. Yeah. Stresses me out sometimes. All right, I'm about to put a poll in the chat, y'all, and I want everybody. Only YouTube folks are going to see this. I don't know if it'll translate to the folks that are simulcasting, but I'm quite curious of the results of this.
Just another poll.
All right. Here's the poll. Poll is opening up now. Poll is, what is your affiliation? Aries, Races, CERT, or no affiliation? Wow, that went
got
quick.
more than one.
What's your most active in?
Because I'll guarantee there's a lot of people out there that are involved in CERT and Races, or Aries. I mean. Races just is not, at least all over the country. Now, some bigger states, it's around, but Races in a lot of the states has just been sunsetted.
Yeah.
We talked about that in my video. I don't even know what day it is. Last week, whenever it was, the first video in that series that I put out. And if you guys don't know the series I'm talking about, I've been doing several videos about these emergency organizations, whether they're still active or anything. Gray Man, I see you in my Discord. I'll drop you the link there. You have the back room though, the show prep channel, but looks like Gray Man's going to join us.
CM Richie got a chat there. Says what is CERT?
Yep, I see that. CERT is I don't see it everywhere, but I'm seeing it in some areas, and it's called Community Emergency Response Team. Mm-hmm. Do I know? Does that mean I know anything about it? I don't. You fellers ever worked with CERT or know anything about it?
My cousin Jay, who's a ham who lives in Connecticut, is really big into CERT. I should actually call her and get her on here to talk about CERT because even though she's a ham, I don't think she ever got her general. I have to ask her, but I do know she's a tech. She's highly involved in CERT in Connecticut. God, my phone won't shut up.
We work quite a bit with CERT out here. Just about every county in South Missouri's got a CERT. Well, let me rephrase that: the bigger counties, and they get called out regularly on searches for people. stuff like that. But it's not like like people are complaining about the training for Aries and stuff that they're having to go through. There's a lot more training that you go through for cert. And with my shoulders and stuff, that's the one thing I can't do because I can't grab a now. If it was family, the adrenaline pumping, just like in our accident, I was able to grab a hold of that door and jerk that door open on my wife's side. But without the adrenaline pumping, my shoulders, I can't drag people the way you're supposed to. So that's one of the things you have to do. But there is definitely a lot of certifications and training with cert. I think they're a great asset.
I see in the chat some folks are talking about ACS. I am not familiar with ACS whatsoever.
I saw that too, and I have no clue what that one is.
Somebody
I have no idea either.
Electric Boogaloo says the ACS is essentially the same as RACES usually.
I've never heard of it. RACES is federal.
Mm-hmm.
Aries is state. We'll just differentiate there. And CERT is community, local, city, town, county. I've never heard of ACS in 33 years. I'm totally clueless on that.
That so may be somebody's local organization that has taken a different name. If you are a member of CERT, just go with whatever is closest in your poll. Let's check on the poll results, see where we are so far here. 28% of you as of right now, with 29 votes in, are Aries members. 10% are RACES members. 3% are CERT, and an overwhelming majority of you have zero affiliation. So that is interesting. I think I thought about putting Skywarn in the poll, but
it is emergency communications.
It is, but I would say because I can only limit it to one person, I think most everybody is Skywarn. Hey guys, take over the conversation for a minute. I might have something coming up here. No, seriously, family issue. I'll be right back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I didn't hear any screaming or ranting or raving. So
yeah, he brought up Skywarn, and yeah, he's probably right. Skywarn definitely most people that are in areas are probably part of Skywarn.
Right. And what Skywarn's really nice because like in Tennessee when I was there, Skywarn was hugely tapped into the state. And then you had the M tiers or repeater system, which Tennessee Skywarn basically lived on. And then you had what is it, ECS. There was some special software that or web login that we could do, and we could all chat and pass information and everything. So in not Wycomico County, because that's Maryland, in Cheatham County and Davidson County, in those two counties that I lived in Tennessee, I was one of 5 or 6 in between both counties that were relaying information directly to the state through the little web login, WebEOS, I think it was, or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
Talking about the weather services login?
Yeah. Well, no, not the weather services. It was WebEOC. That's it.
Oh, okay.
WebEOC. Okay. And we would log in, and like I said, EOS. That's weird. Yeah, WebEOC. So Emergency Operations Center. So it was a web-based emergency operations center. We'd log in and we had certain tiers of authority and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was very, 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 very intuitive system in Tennessee is WebEOC.
Well, that's like out here in Southwest Missouri, and I can't speak for the other parts of the state, but I can speak for down here. Most of our areas are all tied into our emergency operations centers, emergency of the EOMs.
There he is.
Emergency Office of Management.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yep.
No.
Go ahead.
Damn it. Go ahead, Dave.
But yeah, with Aries, I think where Aries is thriving in states is when they're actually linked with their EOMs and all that stuff.
Right. Oh yeah, but the thing is that states like Massachusetts, there's Aries here. We have an Aries net every Wednesday night, which I partake in on our local repeater. We also have a very large hospital net that is through the repeaters and through direct FM. So we do that here. I really haven't been involved in a lot of the doings going on. I think I should, because a lot of it is, especially in our area, is kind of lackadaisical, to use a term. They're not very, there might be one or two people that check in on an Aries night, and it's like, really, guys? So we need to get more people involved, and I think most of our people that are here are retired and past the point where they can actually get out and go do stuff. A lot of them.
That's like Kelly here in the chat just said our county Aries group kind of went away. I think he's down there around Lawrence, one of those counties down there in that area, and I think part of it is the guy that was the coordinator for that county couldn't get a lot of involvement. See, he's in Newton, so that one I can't really speak about. But he couldn't get a lot of. He was trying to build it back up, couldn't get a lot of involvement, and he passed away. And haven't heard anybody take over that county. That's part of the problem why some of the Aries units are dying. You can't get participation. We're lucky that in Southwest Missouri, the Office of Emergency Management, the hospitals, we're actually setting up most of their radios for communication in these areas. So they're still embracing us. So we're lucky, because I know some states, the counties and stuff are sunsetting the programs. They don't need it. But the ones that think they don't need it, all they got to do is look at Hurricane Helene.
Right. Yeah.
The only way they got communications in and out of those areas in Asheville was the ham radio operators.
Yep. That's exactly what it was. Hey, CM Richie 04. If you're on Discord, hit me up. All you have to do is just add a friend or chat or whatever you want to do. Just type in my call sign, November 3 Mike Fox Lima, and I'll see if I can get you pointed in the right direction. It's kind of there, but it's kind of doable. Who do we got? We got Grouch in the chat. Retarded, yeah, exactly. Retired or retarded. We need more people on 7200. Kaboom says hello. Kate Kaz, interested in Skywarn, but I have not attempted to join any of them yet. Skywarn, get with your National Weather Service and do the Skywarn training with them. That's number one. Do the Skywarn training before you even key up the radio during an event. That's the simplest advice I can give you. What would a hospital have to do with ham radio? Well, it is a national national criteria that every hospital, it's a federal thing, that every hospital has an emergency operations center that has ham radio into it. Every hospital. It's federally mandated. That's why a hospital would have to do with ham radio. That's the bottom line.
Even though this has been almost 15 years now, it was 2011 when Joplin hit. Perfect example was Mercy. That the hospital down there took a direct hit from the tornado.
Yep.
When they called in the ham, it was the amateur radio operators that were able to communicate, did the communications for Mercy Joplin back to the Springfield hospital. So I mean, it's not necessarily that they have anything to do with ham radio. There are still a lot of, like Michael explained about it, there's still a lot of things out there where they still areas that they still do understand that amateur radio in a disaster plays a huge part in communications.
I had a couple hospitals up here, some fringy hospitals outside of Boston, and they had new emergency management directors, and one of them is just south of Boston, and the repeater was down. They actually have a repeater at the hospital. Every hospital in Massachusetts, big hospital, has an amateur radio repeater. We have one here in Rehoboth or Attleboro, W1, Sturdy Memorial Hospital, SMH, W1 SMH, and it's also on Echolink too. But she came to me and she said, "Who do we get a hold of to put antennas up?" And I said, "Well, you should have the group that works your amateur radio equipment." And she looked at me and she said, "They can barely get off the elevator." And I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "All you have to do is call our office." I said, "We'll come out. I'll come out." There's 3 hams that we probably got 130 years combined in our shop, just between the 3 hams. And I said, "Call us. We'll come out. Tell you what you need, tell you what you don't need, ask you what you want, what you don't want, and we'll build you a system." And she was very, very grateful for that. I even ran into that in Tennessee, where they had no clue. Another hospital had a company come in and put up a dipole antenna on metal poles, right to the metal poles. Nothing, no insulation between the two, except for an insulator. And it was right above the aluminum trim, about 8 feet. I said, "Dude, that's not going to work." I said, "It'll work, but it's not going to work well." So Grouch is having fun, making fun of me.
That's easy to do, Michael.
Hey. And I muted Julie because she's the one that was dinging me. So she's muted. And there's
that's funny, because I've had Vaughn texting me.
Nice.
Well, I don't know why they're not in here. Good Lord. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Wow, that went hot.
I don't know why that was so hot. Is it better now?
Yeah, you're fine.
I did
not now
change it. That's so weird.
I think you just got close to it.
Maybe.
I had a Teams meeting this morning, and I used this microphone, and they're like, "Oh my God, you sound so good," because everybody's muffled like this with the stupid computer microphones on the Teams meeting. And I'm like, "Yeah, because I have a nice microphone."
Yeah. So full transparency, they just took my grandmother to the hospital from the nursing home.
Oh
no. Right now there's absolutely nothing I can do, so the show will go on for now.
I was gonna say, do you want to transfer over and scoot?
No,
do you need to?
There ain't nothing I can do right now. So
all right.
The ambulance hadn't even came and got her yet. She's just sick. That's all there is to it. It's not a situation of life and death at this moment. We'll put it that way. So
is she staying there with you, Josh?
No, she's in nursing home a couple miles away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my uncle and aunt are with her. If she was by herself, that would probably be a different story, but she's with my aunt and uncle. So I'm going to let them do their thing for a while, and we will see what comes about here in a little while. So folks, if you are the praying majority, please say a prayer for my grandmother there.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't hear any wee woos in the background.
Oh no. Vaughn and Julie, you're in the chat. I don't know why you're not in here. Y'all know where the link
They're
is.
in bed trying to just hibernate and.
Oh, just as long as you weren't saying, you said they are in bed, and I didn't know where that was going.
This is a family stream. We try to
This
keep
is
it
a family
nice,
show.
This ain't the Northeast Hams.
Hey.
Speaking of Northeast, well, not quite Northeast. There's the Gray Man Poda.
No, he's central.
Midwest.
That's right, Midwest.
Yep. What's up, Tim?
I don't think they knew where the Midwest truly was when they decided this was the Midwest, because this really isn't the Midwest.
Honestly, I would say the Midwest would probably, if you didn't have any clue, I would say the Midwest would probably be like Wyoming and Colorado and Montana and places like that.
I would agree. I think that.
When you think,
go ahead, Dave.
I was gonna say when you think about it, the arch is the gateway to the West. So where's the Midwest? Halfway between the arch and the coast.
It makes no sense to me. They call Ohio the Midwest. I was like, how is Ohio the Midwest?
Well,
anything
back
along
in
the Great Lakes should be North Central.
I mean, back in the colonial days, I mean, that was deep West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were California before California was cool, right?
That was before they got dysentery.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Speaking of which,
update to the poll real quickly here. Now 24% Aries, 7% Races, 2% Cert, and overwhelmingly 67% no affiliation. Oh, I love the Oregon Trail.
Where'd you get that bug at?
actually, my son bought it for my wife, and I've just accommodated it. So yeah, please be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s.
That's the OG. I loved the Oregon Trail when I was in school. It was something painted on the, what is it, Mac 2, Apple 2, or whatever they're called.
Oh, yeah, DOS game. Everybody had
big,
Apple
huge floppy
IIe.
disk.
Yeah.
Yep. Had it on Apple IIe when I was in 5th grade. God, I'm dating myself.
Yeah. The
You're
thing
dating-
is, there's about 12, 13 years difference between us. I'm surprised you guys were in Oregon Trail those days.
No,
There's
I
our
have a
generation that started the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, that's right. You were pretty much on the Oregon Trail. What are you talking about?
I didn't know they had computers back then.
I mean, we were on the Oregon Trail of computer technology. So
Yeah.
Now
fair.
I know
That's a fair
Josh.
point.
Josh can't answer this question, but I know Dave and Tim can. Do you remember Zork?
Yep.
yeah.
Dave's like, yeah.
Electric Boogaloo says you have died of dysentery.
There we
It
go.
was always dysentery or cholera or
Yeah, something
sepsis.
stupid.
Nope.
Your whole
Always.
wagon train was completely wiped out.
I actually just bought it. I bought that in Carmen San Diego for my wife
Yes.
on the Switch,
Oh, I remember
and
that. Yeah.
she is so mad because the Carmen San Diego has changed. It's not the same.
No.
Not the old computer game.
No. Well, no. It's when they did the stupid cartoon of it.
Yes.
You are
Changed
literally now going
affiliations.
you're going to have rockapella in my head all night now. Where in the world?
Yep.
All right.
Apparently she changed affiliations, and Emily is not happy about that. That's right.
All right. So
You know what I'm talking about.
let's talk about the EM stuff here a little bit. Well, first off, Dave, Michael, tell me, what did y'all accomplish anything while I was gone?
Actually, we were talking quite a bit and trying to hit stuff in the chat. Rick Radio, I saw one with him. He's got I run a small NGO, and I do agree ham is super important for emergencies. However, one thing I see a lot being used in emergencies locally is GMRS. I guess that would be just in the areas. I mean, we have GMRS in our area, but that's not the primary communication.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I don't know if you saw it, but there's where to go. Private 290. I'm not sure whose chat he's in.
He's in mine.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, he's
He's-
in Josh's.
Did you see his comment? I believe I can help you to further understand this topic from an EM's perspective.
Yeah, I see that. Private 290, I don't know if you're in my Discord, but if you could send me a Discord message, we might be able to get you in here.
Wow, Tim's shack is dark.
I'm cleaning house. Right.
He just don't have his TV on behind.
He just don't have his lights on behind him.
Yeah, I didn't need to advertise who I am. I think everybody knows who I am, right?
I mean, you're iconic. You're iconic now.
Yeah, iconic. It's the beard. It's
exactly. You think Gray Man Poda? What's the first thing you think? The gray beard.
That's right.
I'm working on it.
Speaking of which, somebody was asking me way earlier in the chat when we were doing all our introductions and stuff. Somebody was asking for the new people, what is POTA? And I'm sorry I forgot to answer that. Parks on the air. Parks on the air. So basically what you do is you take an HF radio in the field. Yeah, some people do it with VHF and UHF. But you take a radio out in the field to a park. There are several registered parks across the country and even the world for that matter. And you just set up an antenna, work off of emergency power, whether it's solar, battery, generator, whatever, and make as many contacts as you can.
Yeah, feels like me and Jim go out and play in the park regularly.
GMRS too, if you want.
If you want to see a brief example and a cold example of what POTA is, I mean, Tim does the cozy POTA, the bougie POTA inside his vehicle. But Eric and I did a video last Friday. It was the day after New Year's. It was the 2nd. And check out N1JUR's YouTube channel. And watch us dance around in 15-degree weather trying to get contacts. But
hey, Tim. He's saying bougie. I think that just means when we do it from inside the cars when it's cold, we're the smart ones.
Yeah,
work smarter, not harder. That's what I say.
But see, that's not throwing up a wire. I mean, literally.
Oh, I threw up a wire. I mean, I just did.
I still throw up wires. I just crawl back in the car.
That's right.
So I'm going to go ahead and close this poll with the vast majority being no affiliation. Go ahead, Tim.
I don't have an affiliation.
No affiliation.
No affiliation.
Nope. So I'm going to throw up another poll.
What's the next poll?
Why do you not affiliate with Aries, Races,
CERT, etc.?
Yep, that's what I was going to go with. CERT, etc.
That was actually, see, now I can probably answer that one answer for that poll that you put up, because nobody was quote unquote recruiting for it. Back when I was in Races in Maryland, they literally came to me and asked me if I wanted to be involved. So that, because I was with the majority of the group of hams who did it, and they're like, hey, do you want to be involved in Races? And I was like, yes. But if people aren't active, hams aren't, it's just like Hams for Ham Radio. If hams aren't actively like recruiting or trying to find recruit interest into ham radio, I sound like a cult leader here, but just to invite people to see what ham radio is all about. And then once they're there, if there's people that need to invite other people to Races, Aries, CERT, etc., I think that is a majority of the problem, because they're not recruiting anymore. So it's basically falling apart. That's not me.
That's
wow. Somebody's got a phone from the 1930s.
No, that sounds more like an 80s or 90s ringtone.
Oh, fair. Fair. No problem.
Not me.
So I'll tell you my case and why I don't participate. I kind of do. I am the assistant district coordinator for Skywarn here in East Tennessee. years back when I first got my ticket back in 2010, I joined Aries in Loudoun County, Tennessee. Spent about a year with them. 99% of what we talked about was stinking field day. What we were going to do for field day. Sit around, drink coffee, and talk about what we're going to do at field day or how good field day was. There was no training, no drills, no anything like that. They did have a small cubicle in the EOC that had a TS2000, I think, in it, and maybe a VHF and UHF rig. I ultimately, let me tell you where it ended for me. We had a tornado strike a portion of our county, and that area had bad repeater coverage for the sheriffs and rescue and all that stuff, and also remained out of power for many, many, many weeks. I called my EC, which for those of you unfamiliar, that's emergency coordinator. That's your head of Aries. And I said, "What's up? Are we going?" And his answer was very short, very brief with me, kind of snippy in a sense. "They'll call us if they need us." Okay. No proactive, no nothing. And looking back, it's kind of a fair response. But I also got thinking about it. I'm like, they don't take us seriously. They're not going to use us. Fast forward about 10 years or so, I move over here to Blount County, where I am now. And between those times, I became the assistant district coordinator for Skywarn. And that part of my responsibilities as assistant district Skywarn coordinator is to promote Skywarn and help schedule trainings, Skywarn trainings and things like that. So I looked on the Weather Service website, in which one of my best friends worked for the Weather Service as well, and noticed we did not have a Skywarn class scheduled here in Blount County. So I reached out to the Blount County Emergency Management Agency. They were all about it. Let's do it. But then they said, "Let's put you in contact with the Blount County Aries group." Okay, cool. Well, I need to join Blount County Aries anyway. Long story short, I ended up, after telling them I wanted to join and all this and kept working to get it scheduled and stuff, I pretty much got told, "Quit stepping on our freaking toes and stand down. We are denying your membership into Aries."
What?
Yeah. For doing my job as Skywarn coordinator. So I turned my back and I have not looked at Aries since. Not once. Will we get deployed? I don't know. They have a comms trailer and things like that here, so maybe, but I really don't know. I've been a part of an Aries group in Sevier County. Most of you probably are familiar with where Sevier County is. That's Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevierville, all that good stuff.
Sevierville.
Yep. And I was a part of that group for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden Gatlinburg wildfires happened back in 2016.
I remember those. Guess
what? When communications were really down, we're talking big time problems up there. Were they called upon? Yes. Did they respond? No, because the group had drama in it. Nobody responded.
I was there.
You were here?
Yeah, I drove out. 2 or 3 of our hams drove out. And
yeah. There was a response, but no response from Sevier County Emergency Radio Service. And that's a problem. And I think you're seeing that's part of the reason I asked that question in the poll, which checking that poll right now, politics at 18%, 5% say they will never be used, and 27% say never recruited. That's interesting. And then 50% of you have other reasons that you've put in the chat, and I'll hit those comments in short manner. What about you 3 fellas? We'll start with Michael. What's your story with it?
Well, I mean, Dave and I were talking about races and Aries. I mean, we have a local Aries group here, Aries group. And we all and when I lived in Maryland, I was part of the Wycomico County races, and which is a pretty much a federally funded. It's a public service. I'll just give you the definition. It's a U.S. public service program using licensed amateur radio operators to provide vital emergency communications for government agencies during disasters. So we were the go-between the local and the federal. We were always the go-between between the local, state, and federal. And when normal systems fail in community events, and we had to go by FEMA. I'm just trying to get the notes here, and FEMA and FCC guidelines. You get a background check when you get into races. Aries is different. Aries is just local guys coming in to help out with like parades and stuff, and supposed to be called up during an emergency or a disaster or something like that. But in races, you get a background check. The county that you work with gets a background check, and if you're not kosher with the background check, then you're not going to get in there. But I was just scrolling through here at a couple of the comments, especially from Private 290. Ham club mentality meant many times with Aries. It's tough, very, very tough. And races is part of local government, mostly, specifically county government, but not city government. And then they go to state, and then state goes to federal. So we were always, when I was in Maryland, we were always the go-between. So it was cool. We had really nice equipment. We had a really nice rig. We had a good time, and we just didn't talk about field day. We did talk about field day, but that was, for the hams. It wasn't a races field day. It was our field day. So, but yeah, it was I enjoyed it. I just wish that there was more outreach for it, more recruiting. We have a lot of perfect opportunities, field day events. Not many people invite their emergency coordinator or emergency management coordinator to a field day event to see what's going on, to see what's happening. So all the little extra points that they give you for field day and stuff, a lot of hams don't do that when they have a big group. I know a few that do, or a lot that do, but we need that community outreach from the actual races and or Aries people to come out into the ham community during a net or during a weekend breakfast or something like that, and say, hey, this is our local emergency local emergency management coordinator would like to talk to us, or something like that. I don't see that happening. And where I used to back 15 years ago, but I don't see that now. And that kind of bothers me, because it's the age of the cell phone, and nobody wants to use radio, and only the old timers use radio. But that's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's good points. And Dave will rejoin us here in a minute. I do want to note something that was going around in the chat a few minutes ago that I didn't have a chance to answer. Somebody was asking about, are they 501c3s? And typically no, in my experience, unless they have an offshoot club of some sort. But to several folks' point in the chat, and I will tell you, first off, thank you so much, everybody, for your responses to this series of videos, because you all, between the comments and my email, have been blowing me up for a week. And what I will say is, in several comments and emails, people kept saying, our club, my club, our club, my club. There's part of the mentality problem right there. Aries and races and CERT and whatever, They are not clubs. They should not be treated as clubs.
Correct.
Now, with that said, CM Ritchie here says they are not a 501c3 in my local area. That means I can't vote on my leadership, just like my firehouse. Well, here's the thing. Aries, you wouldn't be able to vote on your leadership. I don't know quite how the governance of races works out, but Aries, you would not be able to vote because those positions are appointed by the ARRL.
Correct.
Yep.
But anything below that, yes, you have an Aries ARRL directed appointed person, but you can vote on the people who are below to what tasks and such that they do. And I have seen that, delegation delegation a lot of times doesn't happen because the person who gets appointed, they don't have the facilities to delegate. So basically things get thrown to a vote. So I've seen that.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave, what's your experience?
Well, Aries, like I was saying, telling Michael earlier, Aries is pretty big around here. We're actually real tight with the EOC, the hospitals. So it's our experience here is a little different, but we actually, I don't know everybody else's areas. Does your areas groups actually get out and get tables at HamFest and go to because like we normally have a severe weather event where the news channels come out, the weather service comes out, Aries puts a table out there. Aries around here tries to get out in front of everybody. So they're recruiting, I guess you'd say. The hard part is you can't really get people to step up. Even the young ones, they'll come up, they're all excited, and then when they find out that we actually do field events to where we're practicing on everything. I think it needs to be put to the younger generation a little different. Our areas groups around here, they don't have the club mentality. I will say that they actually, sure, they go out on field day, but they're actually coming out to practice radios and stuff. You don't hear them about what we're actually going to do on field day and all this stuff. They go to the different clubs that are doing field day and operate at their locations. So it's a little different with what I've had around here. Now I know in California, it was a whole different ball game. ARRL out there definitely was controlling back then, and it was the club mentality out there. Yeah, the ARRL is involved in it around here, but you know what? I don't know how much ARRL actually does with our areas around here. We work more with SEMA and EOCs and areas groups here than ARRL. And I think part of that's because RACES is not in the state, at least in our area, is not in the state of Missouri. And Michael brought up that you had to have a background check done for RACES. For areas around here, you actually, EOC does a background check on you.
That's awesome. And I think that should be required, because just because you have an amateur radio license doesn't mean you have a license to be in specific places.
Well, and that's a really good point too. And I think Loudoun County did that too when I was a member of them, because I got issued a county issued ID, which had barcodes and crap on that, which this is different from my argument with badges. And we'll talk about badges here in a minute. This is a county photo ID, which I was told is what you will use to get beyond a checkpoint if you ever had to. So that's different. Now, if you want to talk about badges, let's talk about badges.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Thank you. I've been waiting for this whole.
Don't call up freaking Gauls or whatever and get you a metal badge. For one, you're not a cop.
Exactly. I saw that video, Josh, and I about fell out of my chair when you did that.
Or a firefighter.
Or a firefighter.
Or anybody else that has any kind of authority.
Yeah, absolutely.
online.
You as a ham radio operator, never, ever, ever, ever. I don't care if you're the EC. You do not have authority over a cop, a police officer, an emergency management, or an EMT. Period.
Nope.
There is no reason for you to go spend your hard-earned money. I'm pointing at my other monitor. There's no reason for you to go spend your hard-earned money on some stupid brass or metal or gold badge just to make yourself feel important. And if you want to get into ham radio because you think that's going to make you feel important, you're getting in the hobby for the wrong reasons.
Well, if they show up with our EOC with a badge, seeing how the Greene County EOC is right next to the Greene County Sheriff's, the courthouse, they're probably going to go to jail real quick because all you get is a badge like this.
Let me
after
put
you
that
get
full
your-
here, Dave.
That's right. Get his barcode and everything on there. But there you go.
That's it. That's similar. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go out to the garage and get mine here in a minute.
That's all it is. It's a badge that allows you to go into the EOC.
Mhm.
That's all it's for.
Why does that look like Cheech Marin on there? It doesn't look like
Were you high, Dave, when they took that picture?
I wish.
He's like, no
I
comment.
mean, if he still lived in Colorado or California, I'd believe that. But no,
It's
guys,
legal in the, it's legal in the state of Missouri.
is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
But
that.
I still have a Class A license, and my company still falls under DOT regulations. Federal, it is not legal, so it don't matter that it's legal in the state of Missouri. I can lose my license over it.
Yep.
I'm going to put a challenge out here, and I'm sure no one has the guts to respond. But if someone gets in the chat and tells me that you have a good reason, other than being an actual true first responder, to have a metal badge, I will bring you on the stream and I want you to explain yourself. No one has the guts to do that. But if you do have a metal ham radio badge, get in the chat and let me know, and we'll get you in here.
Hey,
And you're
I
not a
wanna know
security
how-
guard at Walmart.
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
hey, Tim,
Not lost
I'm-
theft protection.
I'm gonna have to reach out to Joe Brett and have him laser me a metal badge. That way I can tell Josh I got a metal badge.
What does it say? Just metal on it?
Yeah.
No, he's got
Because if it says
got that
ham radio
laser.
operator, I'm driving to Missouri and we're going to have to talk.
We didn't live in Missouri. Oh, you got
If you
Dave,
have
not
an
Joe Brett.
if you have an amateur radio badge, I want to know where you got one so I can mount it on a plaque and put it on the
Oh,
wall.
you can get them anywhere.
Really?
I mean, let's see.
I've never seen one.
Let me pull this over here.
Amateur radio. That is
Hey,
true
I need
whacker status right there. I'm
It's
sorry.
happening.
No,
Well,
I need to get one that says frequency police.
That's good. That's good.
So I've got a 511 jacket, the big heavy winter jackets that the police wear. And you know how that has the flap on the back for sheriff or for police or whatever. I don't know how the hell these poor people put in there, but they put communications in the back of the damn thing. And the letters are like this big, this wide all the way across.
So there are several samples of that in Google.
Badgeandwallet.com. You can custom print whatever you want.
There's a
Can I get
Oh,
the
look
California
here.
map?
Even our buddy Jason's trying to be the police.
Oh
I'm
Jesus.
kidding. Totally kidding. I mean, it's calmed down a lot.
he's got some kind of special Texas commission, so there may be some legitimacy to that
Hey,
one.
we know that guy.
He's very special.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, not Marvin, the other guy.
And there's his brother. Of course, in full transparency, Michael sells them, and Marvin is Michael's brother. So not those kinds of badges, but this even is questionable.
Well, I think the reality is that it is trying to present yourself as something you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
We are not professional communicators. We are theoretically
Okay.
amateur scientists.
Yeah.
We're here to use our unique skills as amateur scientists to be able to help facilitate communication. But not you can be an authoritative figure, but not the authority.
So somebody in the chat may oh, that's funny. KZ, I may need one to control scooter traffic at Hamfest. Maybe
There
at
you go.
Dayton. Maybe at Dayton.
I think they got one. I think they already got a whole crew of those guys.
Right. With the
But-
orange vests and the wands.
To be clear, what the problem is with having a metal badge is that a metal badge projects authority. And that's why it is a no-go. Now, a lot of folks, a lot of folks in the emails and the comment section said, that a lot of EMs don't want anything to do with ham radio. And I did a follow-up video. The follow-up videos do not buy a badge. And that's part of it. When you have people like the guy in Arkansas that I talked about in the video, I don't know if you guys seen that part of the video or not, but the guy in Arkansas that was supposedly a process server that had an Arkansas Department of Emergency Management radio and was a ham, present with lights and a badge. You're going for a ride. You're going for a ride down to the pokey for police impersonation. And to EMs, which are emergency managers, if you folks don't know, to them, that makes ham radio operators a liability to a lot of emergency managers. And they have enough risk on their plate as emergency managers. They don't need to add a volunteer force of wannabes. Tim, I ain't got to you. What's your take on what's your experience and all that with Aries races? And
So we had I don't know. I've been licensed for 12, 13 years, and a couple times I went down to the county. I got called, and there was one gentleman that was heading it up, and their Aries races was kind of a combined effort, but it was ultimately under the authority of the emergency management director of the county that I live in. Problem with that is their agendas come and go with the change of political party and office and whoever. So that's one thing that is kind of a downfall, unfortunately, because it is tied to at least around here, to the political organization. So they lost. They never really, they lost steam the both times I went. And I'm having more fun just getting out activating parks on HF. I do very little, if any, with local hams in general. So.
Well, there you go. That's interesting. And I don't know. This is a soapbox that I've been sitting on for quite some time, and
I think it's a campfire conversation that more people probably should have.
Yeah,
we need to do a little better job of policing ourselves.
Yes,
absolutely. And no one's going to take over your No one's going to take your license, your ham radio license, for doing this. I'll be clear about that. But by God, you're just destroying. You're really damaging the hobby by doing that. Let's see here. I want to show you all something here. Check this out.
Calm down, Michael.
It's literally this easy right here. Just in that time. Already made one. Ready to go. I mean, seriously. And look how serious this is. Look how much this looks like it.
Can you get the TriStar logo in there?
No, that's not the state seal. The TriStar is not, unfortunately, but this is what a lot of our police badges in Tennessee look like right here. Now, who's to say that if I bought this, and look at that, I can even buy the glue-in wallet for it. Who's to say if I put lights on my truck and pulled up on somebody and pulled them over and flashed that at them, they're not going to have time to see that. They're immediately going to think that they're immediately not going to realize that I'm an impersonator. This is dangerous business, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the comment from Mike Traveling Ham in the thing there?
Gun tubers used to talk about this too, with people getting concealed badges. Don't do that either.
No, yeah, that's stupid.
Somebody said, Ed says, got to be gold. Well, there you go. There's your gold badge.
Gots to be.
I mean, we could even, I can switch it to Indiana if I wanted to. There you go. Whatever state, I could make one for every state. Now, mind you, you're going to spend some money, or rather, you're going to waste some money. That's $112 right there. Look, here's and I'll get off the badges bandwagon here in a second. Here's the thing. If you're supposed to have a metal badge in any walk of life, if you're supposed to have a metal badge, it will be issued to you.
Yep.
You should never, ever, ever order one unless you've been instructed to do so by your fire chief or police chief or whatever. Hey, there's Bill. Hey, Bill.
I bet Bill's got a private pilot's badge.
I was going to say, I bet he does. I bet he does.
Yeah, yeah.
Adirondack says, I came in late. Where do I get my badge? You go sign up to be a volunteer fireman. Oh, your police department or something like that.
I don't have my dad's badge. My dad was a deputy chief. I don't have his badge. I wish I did. I don't know what happened after he died.
I'm gonna have to get a shiny plastic one just to show up and hand it to Josh and say, "See, I got a badge."
Dude, I'm gonna find one right now to print out. I'm bringing it to you.
So KT4RAM brings up an excellent point here. The most popular name in police fraud is Jeremy DeWitt here in Florida. Fake badges, several impersonating law enforcement officer. He's all over YouTube. Absolutely. He's so insane, y'all. He was actually on Dr. Phil because of this. And I think he truly believes it. I think he truly believes
he thought
it.
Because he was a funeral escort that he was really a cop.
Yeah, he did. Even though he knowingly put purple lights on his vehicle. And folks, if you're not familiar or not in the United States, colors mean specific things.
Purple lights.
When it comes to, there you go. When it comes to emergency lights. Purple is a funeral, which you don't see a lot of, but it exists. Do you?
Yeah.
Blue is police. Red is fire or EMS.
Not necessarily.
At least here it is. I don't know about.
Red and blue are emergency services.
Okay, so it's a blanket then.
Yeah. So like if you're in Pennsylvania and you have a blue light, you're a volunteer fireman. But if you ran that blue light someplace else, you're gonna get your ass pulled over.
I got a funny story about that too, but
yeah. And amber is just general caution.
Here, state of Missouri, they're confused because they even let the tow trucks put red and blue lights on their trucks.
In the front or in the back?
On their light bars.
In Missouri?
Facing front or facing back?
Facing front or facing back?
Both.
360.
That bullshit. Their asses should be in trouble.
Tell me about it. When I first moved out here 21 years ago, I was like, since when do the police drive the tow trucks?
So they may actually be owned by the county. Are they independent?
They're all
places?
private tow trucks.
Yeah.
We're going to have a little bit of a conversation here because I might eat a little crow with one of our faithful viewers.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Oh boy.
Well, prep him, Paul.
Oh yeah.
Prep him, Paulkins.
He's probably got what porta potty police or something.
Concealed weapon permit.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
I'm not in favor of it, Paul. You do you. and I know you use it responsibly. That's the key, is using it responsibly. If everybody used it responsibly, okay, maybe I might be a little bit more lenient on it. But I just, it's a bad idea if you ask me. Go ahead, Michael.
There's another color that you did not come across, and it pisses me off in New Hampshire.
Green.
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 What is green?
Green is for a command vehicle.
Really?
Yes,
Here-
green is command vehicle or operations vehicle.
Here in Indiana, it's an EMT.
Okay, so EMT, but usually blanket wide, it's usually a command vehicle. All of New Hampshire's DOT has amber and green, and it pisses me off when I drive up there.
So I'll tell my little story. I grew up here in Indiana, and somebody mentioned in the chat, and Indiana is blue is volunteer firefighter. I grew up in an area where there was a volunteer fire company. So I'm so used to seeing this the whole time. I'm in the Navy. I am stationed in Virginia. I hadn't been to Virginia very long, and I'm at the base that I'm stationed at. And I've got friends that I went to school with up in Illinois that I at another base. So I driving out there, and it's a bit of a country road to drive on. And I'm actually coming back to Virginia Beach. And I'm just cruising along this 2-lane state road, just flying along. And I got these little blue lights flashing behind me, just flashing away, just flashing. And so I'm just cruising along because they aren't catching up on me. They're just there. And in Indiana, they're volunteer firefighters. And as long as you're not obstructing them, it's just a warning light's all it is. Eventually a car comes around, and it's a Virginia state police officer. And I was able to walk my way out of the ticket pretty easily. I did explain to him that in Indiana, and I had an Indiana driver's license, and Indiana plates on my vehicle with a military ID, that they're a volunteer firefighter. And he honestly said to me, I will check that out. And they went and they came back like 5-10 minutes later, and they validated in Indiana. He told me that, well, here in Virginia, blue lights are the police, and we'll just give you a warning because it was a chuckle. Right. So there we go. Now I was talking to Joe Brett down in Huntsville, and he said that in Mississippi, it's up to your agency and what they want to do. So it's either red and blue or blue. And he said a lot of agencies are switching over to just blue only because of the red and blue combination. The red light, I guess there's a lot of studies now that show that people veer towards that where they don't with just the blue. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I'm going to take his word for it.
And,
well, I've seen talks and seen stuff where there's been a lot of studies. They've proven that it really draws drunk drivers, and they're trying to protect them when they're sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, it makes sense. And it's fair, right? You should get over and get in that a lane away from them whenever they're out, anybody that's out, right? Even if and that irritates me. It doesn't have to be a police officer out there. You see somebody out there changing their tire, get over. Yep. You don't need to bogart the lane because you don't want to move over.
Had an officer get killed day before yesterday on a road that I drive regularly in a town where we're doing a project. Uxbridge Police officer was helping a disabled motor vehicle and the operator, and a semi truck in him. And it looked like in the semi truck jackknife. So it looks like he tried to avoid him and didn't happen.
In full disclosure, I will say I got a follow up from Prep Him Paul. Never used it. It was bought for a costume. So fair. I'll give you that. Tim, can I rag on Indiana for a minute?
Absolutely, go right ahead. Although I'm seeing here in the chat, half the town of Greenfield, Indiana is checking in tonight.
Apparently, welcome to HamShackTV, Greenfield, Indiana. Wow,
that's right, the Greenfield edition. It's like Cops, right? You know how they had you see Cops from certain towns. Well, you get that here from HamShackTV.
Well,
where else?
Here's what I want to rag on Indiana about, and this is something that has Peter Griffin's grind my gears for years.
Okay.
There was a small time in my life that I decided that I was going to try to be a truck driver. I went from Knoxville, Tennessee to Indianapolis, Indiana to get my truck driving license and go through truck driving school. Well, part of that process was I had to get a Indiana state driver's license, even though I was out of state. And the first step in that was to get an Indiana Class A permit, learner's permit. So they say, I'm sitting in class and they say, tomorrow, instead of coming to class, you all are going to go to the BMV and get your license. I'm like, the hell is a BMV?
Mm-hmm.
Bravo, Mike Victor.
Bureau
Right.
of Motor Vehicles.
Every other place in the entire country is DMV. Why do
No,
y'all
not up here.
Dave's over there looking confused. He's like, huh?
No, I'm not confused because I drove trucks, so I know all the, and it's not just in Indiana.
Is it
No.
not?
No.
No.
I've heard it DMV everywhere, so I don't know, but it drives me crazy.
So it's weird. And having lived in several states, the first time I moved to one where there was a DMV, that kind of threw me off.
But it was the other way around. You got
Yeah, it was the
thrown
other way
out by
around. I was
DMV.
like, hey, what the hell is a DMV?
Yeah, but needless to say, I excelled in the classroom and excelled on the range, but sucked on the road, so I did not pursue.
So I will say this, whether it's bureau or department, either one of those, I will take over the word ministry. I'm sorry. Our
Are you
Canadian-
British?
No, our Canadian friends up north. When I hear things like
Oh.
the ministry and the crown, I want to. No, that's about as bad as that badge.
Well, in all fairness, it is under the realm and territories of His Royal Highness.
Yeah.
What'd you do, Tim? Bring everybody from Indiana out? Because I got people from Elkhart over on my channel.
That's right. Well, somebody in here said they were from Elkhart. Maybe that's the same one.
Yeah, you can see it in chat in here.
Okay.
From my channel.
Easy E 574.
Yep.
From Elkfart. We call it Elkfart.
I may, by the way, I may have just ragged on Indiana a little bit. I love Indiana. Been there a couple times. It's a cool state. I could easily see living there, except for it's too damn cold.
I like Where's Valley, man.
Right down the road from me.
Yeah.
That's right. You're from Maryville?
Yep. No. Back up. Get it right.
Merville.
Merville. MURVUL. Merville.
Yeah, it's not Ville, it's Vol.
Yeah.
That's just like it's not Severville. It's Sevierville.
Sevierville. Yep. And Cookville.
Knoxville.
And Knoxville and Crossville.
Crossville. Yep. Cookville.
I'm sitting here calculating how many driver's licenses I've had. I've had New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Tennessee, Arizona, Tennessee again, Nebraska, and Oklahoma. I refuse to get a Massachusetts driver's license.
Yeah, just move back to Tennessee. That'll solve a lot of the problem.
I'm still a card carrying member, sir.
There you go.
Tennessee.
Yep. And my license plate's Tennessee too.
And if this invites you to come back to Tennessee a little quicker, I will tell you it was 68 degrees here today.
Oh, dude, it was 50 here. It wasn't that
Half
bad.
half of my t-shirts come from Tennessee.
Why?
Just half.
The yeah.
Top half or the bottom half?
TriStar Trading Company.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, you're saying it was 68 there today. It was in the 60s here today, but not next week, the following week.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're going to find out what cold is again.
It's coming. Matter of fact, the long range models say there's about a 65% chance of 1 inch of snow or more in the next 2 weeks somewhere.
You're gonna freeze your butt off.
All the
62
models
right
are
now.
starting to agree on the temperature too.
It's 2 there.
62.
Oh. My
KT4
my clock.
KT4RAM says I'm in Florida since 1984, so live longer as a Floridian than anywhere else. One of my sons lives in New Market, Tennessee. Speaking of cops, let me tell you, if you go through New Market, Tennessee, you better not speed. They don't give warnings up there.
Nope.
Michael knows that.
Neither's the guy in at Montesano.
I've heard that. Like so to give you guys some background, we'll be coming off of Montesano after the Huntsville Ham Fest to go, I don't know, eat or something. And we literally are all on 5.2 simplex or some simplex frequency. Hey, slow down. Carlos is the king of it, telling everybody to slow down because they're out there watching. They're crazy up there.
Yeah. They want that extra revenue.
Well, no, it's not that. There's a lot of trails. It's just I don't know about the rest of that, but in the park there's a lot of trails, blind trails where they come out and people speed through there. He's pretty strict is not the right firm. We'll say firm.
It's
you should be
talking about that main line there right before you turn into the park. That's exactly where he's talking about. Where the same road that's got the guard shack on it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Going back to the camping area that
you don't want to speed in a state or federal park. No. Bad juju.
You're supposed to be slowing down and enjoying the views.
The buffaloes and the wildlife, and try not to get run over by an elk.
I tell you what, if I'm at Montesano and I see a buffalo, I'm hightailing it the wrong direction because something's wrong. All right. Anyway, we've gone way down the topic. I do want to say we are going to have a special guest join us close to the end of the show, and I'm just going to I will apologize in advance if that gives you any idea who's coming. So,
which Frank is it?
No, it's Tank. So,
I was going to say, do I need to take my headphones and go like this?
Yes. When I will give a countdown, and then everybody can do this for a second while he does his thing.
Man, I'm over here clicking on comments. Like, why isn't it going up on the screen?
No, it is not Mike, K8MRD. But if he's watching, he's welcome to come in. We got a lot of folks watching here tonight, guys. 65 folks watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. If you are interested in supporting the channel, there are channel memberships available down below. You can hit the join button. And you can also, if you feel like supporting the channel through a donation, we do have super chats available. It's a little flashing green icon next to the chat as well. KT4RAM says, going to get tanked, are you? I don't know about getting tanked, but no. Frank's got a cool thing going on this weekend to celebrate his birthday, so I wanted to give him an opportunity to come on here and invite you folks to it. So I will be there. So
hey, Josh, just one more comment about Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
The ham radio plates.
Yes,
that says emergency on the bottom. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've had a few cops up here give me a.
You've told me about that.
Pink eye, and they're like, "What? What? Why do you have an emergency plate?" Because we provide emergency communications to the state of Tennessee.
Tennessee's not the only state that does it either. I think, matter of fact, I think Jason's plate has Ham Radio 2.0. I think his is emergency from Texas, isn't it?
I don't know.
I feel like
I think it's just a regular old Texas license plate. Oh no, he has a ham radio operator.
Okay,
like I said, it's the ham radio operator.
I know I have seen it. Some other states do have emergency. Maybe Alabama does. But yes, that is a very good point.
Oh yeah, I get some crooked eyebrows on that.
So here in Tennessee, we have really two emergency style plates. One is what they call an E tag, and it is a regular license plate with the letter E that starts in E and has like a 5-digit number after it and says emergency after it. There are also F tags. The F tags are specifically for firefighters.
Yep.
And that'll be an F with a number after it. Ham radio operators are also eligible for an emergency tag, but it does not have an E on the front of it. It literally just says your call sign and emergency under it. Plain white background, black text.
You guys live in one of those states that requires 2 license plates, though, don't you?
No, we do not.
I have one on the back, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just Ohio.
Now, what I found interesting
Missouri,
about
you got 2 plates in, don't you, Dave?
Yep, Missouri's got 2. You got to be registered commercial to only have 1.
Now, what I found interesting about Tennessee plates is that your year sticker has your plate number.
They just did that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so that you can't steal the sticker. So the sticker has to match the plate. So it has my call sign on the sticker for the year.
Everybody over there in Central Illinois, you're watching the stream.
Yeah, I
safe.
just checked this out here. I'm pulling it up now. Thank you to who was that? KZ.
Yeah, New York and New Jersey require front and rear. I know that.
I don't understand why. What is the point of that?
So they can see you coming and going.
Oh, we got a tornado warning.
There is a tornado warning. Thank you, KZ. Tornado warning for southeastern Christian County in central Illinois, western Shelby County in central Illinois. Let me see if I can pull it up on radar.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing today right now. I got radar Omega up. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful thing.
Oh, I'm on model mode. Or satellite mode. Hang on, that's why the radar's not showing up.
MRSS.
Yes. And just like that, the tornado warning's gone.
That's the way ours was today. It wasn't that long, but we had one today.
Interesting.
I'm waiting on the velocity scan to load.
That's one down by Sullivan, Tuscola.
Yeah, it was literally like over Shelbyville, and between Shelbyville and Sullivan a minute ago.
Yeah, right now they're under severe thunderstorm warning. Tornadoes are possible. Hail less than.
You see Eric's chat?
When
did this start to turn into Ryan Hall, y'all?
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, hey, if this was Ryan Hall, y'all be jumping more super chats. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, look at that.
You know what's funny is there's more Ryan Hall y'all going on in here with Josh than Ryan Hall does.
This is my nerdy. This is my nerdy.
There it is.
Yeah, there's one hell of a circulation there.
Yep. So you got Radar Omega too. Nice.
I do. I love Radar Omega.
I do too.
It's too damn expensive, but I love it. But if you're in Illinois, y'all take shelter. Be careful.
Keep your head down. Coming into Sullivan.
Yeah. Traveling Ham says nice Mesa cyclone. Indeed. It's very broad though, if we're being real about it. Somebody asked something about a tempest a minute ago. Where is it here? KT4REM. Do you have a video on everything you can do with the Tempest weather station? I bought one to replace my old weather station damaged in the hurricane. Really, you can't do anything with it. It's all self-sufficient.
Not true.
What do you got, Tim? Oh, I guess you could get the API key and do some stuff with it.
Yeah, you can. Like power off your radio. If you had like a Flex or some other kind of radio that you could control.
Yeah, with lightning detection, it'll shut your radio off. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Mine isn't that.
You can also do antenna disconnectors. So there are some things you can do with it.
Yeah, my radio, my weather system isn't that bougie. I got ambient weather, so
bougie.
Tempest all day long. I hear you can get about 3 to 4 years out of a tempest before they start to go bad.
I've had the ambient up for 3 years and she's still cooking.
Is it mechanical or is it pressure driven?
The anemometer is mechanical. Wind direction is mechanical, but everything else is pressure driven.
That's what separates Tempest, is it's all pressure driven, and it's pretty dang accurate if you ask me. Fat Brady says, I remember when Ryan Hall was a vape channel years ago.
Hey, look, Prep Pan Paul. My ambient is 7 years old now.
Wow.
Mine's cooking right along. I love, and mine reports to APRS. So there.
I think they're quite a bit more expensive than Tempest, though, aren't they?
Mine was like almost 300.
My Tempest was 300.
About 350.
KS0JD says, I have my Tempest for 4 years, still running. Great. It's good news. Ambient lasted for 6 years, but Helene killed it. Helene killed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've got the 2902. I can actually I'm looking at my dashboard right now.
Yep.
We had 1/10 of an inch of rain this year so far.
So
10-0 Zerman. The only real Echo Link near me would be the W4 KEV, and I rarely listen to that. So Echo Link's, it's not quite as popular as it once was. What you got there, Tim?
So I don't have an amateur radio license plate because I don't really want to advertise like that.
6.52. I like that.
That's how I advertise in Indiana.
Unless you said that, Michael, I'd have never realized that.
Really?
I was
That's
just going
for those who know,
6DOT52.
Yeah, for those who know, I mean it's there. It says it, but
I would have been on the radio as soon as you passed me. I would have. Hey, who's that with the 6.52 on their plate?
Call me a sad bad ham or whatever you want to, but I'll be honest with you, I don't monitor 5.2 in my vehicle. If I'm on a long road trip, maybe like when I go to Florida next month, I'll probably have an HT monitoring 5.2 and then be running HF in the truck or D-Star, one or the other. I didn't know Ryan Hall was a ham.
Yeah, he's a ham.
KJ4 WHM weather ham. I like it. And there, by the way, there's an example of a Texas license plate right there.
Right where?
On his picture.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So we had
Starlink.
Yeah, I was gonna say we had that came out last night. My son was taking the trash out and he's like flipping out. He saw that. He's like, "What? Holy!" and
Cool.
So I walked out. I took some pictures of it. Yeah.
You want to see the new edition of my ham kit?
What kills me is that there are still people out there that have no idea what this is and are freaked out every time they see it.
My wife, they were all freaked out.
It's been going on for 6 or 7 years now. Oh, you got a Starlink.
The local Facebook page blew up last night. Nobody could figure out what the lights were.
This is totally self-contained. That's it. You plug it in and go. 300 plus megs download. Yeah, I like it.
I'm gonna pull that down just in case you.
Yeah.
Something gets up there on accident.
No, I don't keep them kind of photos on this camera.
At least you think.
Camera.
Not on no, not on my phone. Not on the public stuff, man.
He uses Polaroids.
That's right.
Instant
All
Polaroids.
Make it like a Polaroid picture.
So
in the 70s, man.
But let's go back to MCOM here for a minute. Somebody seeing that Starlink made me realize something. A lot of the argument that I was seeing in the comments and in the emails was Starlink.
I think Starlink is a game changer.
Does it kill ham radio though?
No.
And the thing is, in like the areas in Helene, there was a lot of people that had Starlink, but after it came through, they didn't have Starlink no more because it took all their antennas away. It can still be taken down.
Yeah.
But if somebody has Starlink in their go bag, they should still be good, theoretically.
That's why I have a bag right here. I just got the Starlink. I have a throwover bag with the power supply. I just ordered a clamp mount and a bunch of other stuff to go in this bag so that if I need it, it's there. I've got Roam Unlimited onto it. Yes, I am paying out the nose for it, but I don't care because I want it when I go someplace.
Write that business expense off. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Everybody go subscribe to Michael N3 NFL so he can get monetized and legit business.
Hey, I went up. I'm at 194 now.
So if a good example and a real world example, if you want to find out about how like Starlink and those kind of things and what you're going to do in an emergency, Thomas is a K4 SWL. Is that right, Thomas? Yeah, they were trapped on the side of the mountain down there during those, and he talked about the thing, but just because you have Starlink doesn't mean you're necessarily getting phone calls out, and that's one thing a lot of people forget about. In order for you to use Wi-Fi calling on your phone,
You have to pay.
You have to register it, and it has to be registered through the cellular company. So you have to have that cellular connection. So if you don't do it already, turn it on at least.
Yeah.
Get your phone registered for the Wi-Fi calling. That way, when you don't have connectivity, you're not fighting it, because that was the problem they had, and it took them a couple days, I think 2 to 3 days before they actually got access to where he could do that, to then be able to start do Wi-Fi calling. Now I don't think can't remember if he had Starlink yet, or if he was still using the HughesNet. But they had limited access. But where they lived was up on top of the mountain. I mean, he was like at the very end of the road going up there. But
Don't get me started on HughesNet. When we first moved to Tennessee, we lived out in Thompson Station, which is still part of Davidson County. There was no internet out there. None. We had a phone line, and I went nuts I said, because I've got to get back online, and So we got HughesNet. And I tell you what, for what it was absolutely terrible. I will never, ever get HughesNet or any of those ever again. I will starve, or I will try to get a cell phone booster before I freaking get HughesNet.
My dad was an installer not too long ago for not HughesNet, what was it? Viasat. And I begged him, I'm like, you got to get out of that industry, because it's going down. It's going down. Nothing compares to Starlink as far as
satellite. Yeah.
As far as satellite goes, nothing compares to it. And it's going to drive HughesNet and Viasat out. It's just totally going to. But what is everybody, including myself, what is this? Frank, what did you start?
You don't know what that is?
I know, but
I think he's saying play his walk-on song.
I don't have his music. This ain't the WWE. Oh, speaking of walk-on songs, I don't have one for this guy either, but there you go.
Hey.
Dave's here.
Hey, Dave.
What's going on?
What's up, Bubba?
Oh, it's just Seed Studios. I didn't realize was having a live stream announcing a new product, so I had to be over there.
What?
Yeah.
What's the product?
They didn't email me.
It's the T2000.
You're wait. Just hang on a minute. You know what's coming. You're hearing it here first on HamShackTV. What is it?
It's a T2000. It's a LoRaWAN asset tracker. I'm pushing for them to get it developed for Meshtastic, and they're working on that. But it is a IP67. Basically, there's a lot of people out there that are making little solar nodes for their cars that are weatherproof, right? Either magnetic or whatever. Well, Seed Studios is coming out with a metallic box with a solar panel. There you go.
That's it.
And right now it's closed source. They're allowing people to help develop it for open source, but they were announcing it on their live stream tonight. So I had to be over there because Zero and some of my other contacts were actually doing the stream. But it'll be available in the United States in February, and there should be a version coming out with Meshtastic on it. That's the push anyways. That would be a perfect, everybody wants a solar powered car node, and that would fit the bill perfectly.
Just looking at it, it's got 4 holes. You could drywall screw that thing right into the top of your Buick.
That's it.
That's right.
It actually has
That's
a
what it's all
tamper
about.
switch on the bottom, so if somebody steals it, you'll know about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff. Absolutely cool. All right. All right. Here's what I need everybody to do. I need y'all to do this. Do your thing,
What is up? How's it going? I'm Frank, KG5HD, and that's what that's about. That's how I enter all the chats and everything, and all my fans, they know who they are. Respond by throwing their hands up too.
God bless America.
And no
Is it
place
safe?
else.
Everyone on stream removes their headphones.
Yep.
Get a headphone. to
Mike's
work.
like, Michael's like, I heard you all the way back in the bathroom.
Oh, I heard him in the kitchen.
Oh, good Lord. Frank, tell us what's up. Tell us about your thing this weekend.
Tell them about the thing. Oh man, I didn't even have that pulled up yet. Coming up this Sunday over on Tank Radio. I'm having a special live stream, celebrating my birthday, and Gigaparts is coming on, and we are going to be celebrating in a special fashion. So, in order to know what's going on, you got to go ahead and tune in to my live stream, and I am going to put that link in the chat. I can't do that. I don't even have a wrench.
Give me a minute. I'll give you a
Drop it in the
wrench.
private
I
chat.
don't even have a wrench. Here, but there,
Where's your-
Chrome. I was going to fix these layovers, and I did not even do that.
Write something
Ooh.
in the write something. There you are. Hang
There
on.
it is. There is the special live stream. After I'm done shouting to myself here,
You
you'll
have a
see-
wrench now.
Sweet. There it is. Live
God
stream
bless.
celebrating.
Yes.
And now I'm a mod, and now you can't stop me.
Oh, I can. I can.
You done messed up there.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
2 days, 6 p.m. Over on Tank Radio. I didn't mean to interrupt the scheduled topic, but thank you for letting me come over here and hanging out and talk about emergency preparedness.
Frank, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
I don't get on many streams with you, so I'm sucking this up a little bit. How you doing?
I'm doing
all right?
good. I kind of took a lull from the channel during the Christmas break. I had several things already queued up, and I dropped those. So now I need to get back out there, start filming, and start doing some awesome things. And I had a live stream from the park, and that was so much fun.
I had a military guy ask me, what is Tank Radio? Because I have one of your stickers on the side of my truck.
Yes.
And I said, go look them up, Tank Radio on YouTube. And I also have one of your challenge coins.
Oh, man, that
Ooh.
was the first exclusive item I did.
Yep.
Thank you so much there, Michael. I got one right on my desk.
Hang on. Let me pull it up here. There you go. Show it again.
So again, this is one of, I guess, the blinks they had. It has no serial number, but this is a challenge coins I did for the channel years ago. What I needed a little extra money. When I say I need a little extra money, I spent a lot of money on these things to try to get some money.
I've been thinking about having some of those made. I just don't know how they would, if they would be.
You got to
anything.
do, in order to make it somewhat profitable, you got to do like 100.
Or 67.
6, 7, around there.
I'm
What the
just
hell does that
embracing
even
it.
mean?
Mid. Right. So. Go ask your kids. They'll tell you.
Mhm.
My kids are gone. I have no kids in the
Ask
house.
your grandkids, apparently.
They're like this big. No, that ain't
They know
gonna
what's,
be
I
there.
guarantee you, they know what 6'7" is.
I bet you they do.
But talking about, just kind of back to the topic, emergency preparedness, it goes, I didn't really, sorry I wasn't listening at the beginning of the stream, but it goes more past just like being prepared on blank now. it's just getting prepared for just the winter coming in, not the whole grade down situations, just to live for like 48 hours without power. I am a practical prepper, so I have enough stocks for a week's worth of food and things, so that emergency services can then come in after that fact. But I'm not a full on prepper where I can live with like years in my basement. And why don't we have basements in Texas?
I don't
That's
know,
a good
considering it's
question.
one of the tornado capitals of the world.
Right?
New England is full of basements. Pennsylvania all the way up to Maine, basements.
When I visit my family up in Indiana, they all have basements, and I'm jealous of each and every one of y'all.
I don't have a basement.
See, Oklahoma
When I
doesn't have
moved to
basements
Tennessee, I
either.
said, "Where's the basement?" And they're looking at me like I'm crazy. I was like, "You don't have a basement?"
You got to walk out.
Yeah, they didn't know what a
All
basement.
right, I just got to say, hey, Tank,
Yes.
your brain rot. No, hold on. No cap. Your brain rot is Riz.
Seriously?
Nice.
No cap,
I
brain
caught
rot.
every one of that.
Coder Jim says 6-7 was so 2025. Low key 2025.
Thank
as
you.
My
That
kid would say.
I think we need to say that when someone says 6-7, they're like, "Oh, that's so 2025." So to kill it dead.
Frank, did you see my coffee cup?
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. I'm from the 1900s.
And he's already died of dysentery.
Dysentery.
Yeah.
I have a shirt that says "You died of temporal anomaly," and it has a T-Rex on it.
Oh God. Yeah.
And with the Oregon Trail and a T-Rex in front of the your pulling thing, your horses and everything.
You mean the wagon?
The wagon, yeah.
Holy thing.
This is a family show, but I can't resist this. 10-0 Zerman says, Josh, wait till those kids are 18 and learn about the number 69. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. The reason why there's no basements in Florida because they're also called sinkholes.
Yeah, well,
That's a fair point. There are a ton of sinkholes.
Well-
And the water table's so high. I mean, think about all the lakes in Florida.
Well,
Yeah, Texas has a real bad with the clay. The clay expands and contract a lot, and it will break a lot of the basements. And I think that's more the majority of the reason we don't have a basement. However, I've been in the houses and other places that do have basements, so I know they can do it.
depends on the part of Texas. Like out in West Texas, you can dig in the sand and the clay and make one. But like in my area, San Antonio, Hill Country, you go down 6 inches and it's solid rock. So you're blasting a hole in the ground in order to have it. So that's why we don't have basements.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't have them, just not practical.
But in all honesty, the conversation for prepping is a great conversation, and it needs to be done. And Prep Ham Paul needs to be here when we do it for sure.
He's in
But
the chat.
tonight was more Aries, Races, Skywarn. What is the other one? Arc,
Ours?
Cert.
I don't
Yeah.
like Cert. I don't like Cert. I'll say that.
Why don't you like Cert, Tank?
It wasn't really what I wanted to do. I was part of Texas Search and Rescue, TXR, for the longest time, and we deployed for hurricanes and other things, and that was more the things I wanted to do, to be more out on the front lines. Certs, you will be pretty much manning a barricade and helping out at some other events, but I don't really see them actively being deployed in the way I wanted to be utilized. So that's my 2 cents on CERT. I was
guess
big in Aries for the longest time, and Races. I was big in Races. I misspoke there. With the Tarrant County, and I worked a number of storm events where you go out and spot the storms and set off, or was responsible for setting off some of the alarms a couple times, and that was fun.
And Tank, that's part of the reason why I wanted to make sure I jumped on is like Texas. Texas has Texas Races, right? It is the same organizational structure, but it is not the national version of RACES. I'm pretty involved. Well, I'm having to back out now, but pretty involved in Texas RACES, and it's actually run by the state of Texas as opposed to
How
national.
often has the Texas RACES deployed and did things?
Kerrville was the most recent one with the Kerrville floods.
Mm-hmm.
They're tied in to the Texas EOC system. I'm trying to remember
Mm-hmm.
the acronym for it, but to the point where, like here in Medina County, we have a couple of different layers of emergency response, but one of the things that we do have is our EOC here is actually tied into the Texas RACES system. And so they can tier level where Texas will say Medina County has an issue. They'll then in turn activate our team here, right? And we'll respond and be able to take care of it. Not at a national level. And there's a gray area in the fact that it's kind of tied to the national level to where in the event of a federal emergency, we're still allowed to communicate on ham radio when everybody else gets shut down, but we're actually ran by the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a unique situation, but it's Texas, right? Yep. So we do what we want. And the rest of the stuff is, I found Aries, right, is extremely localized in the way it's ran.
Well, Aries is supposed to be more local.
Well, it is, but it's each Aries. There's an Aries team in San Antonio. There's an Aries team in Medina County. There's an Aries team for Bexar County. So in where I'm sitting right now, there are 3 different Aries teams that are like you guys were talking about earlier, because I was listening. I just couldn't participate. They're ran like clubs where it's and there's conflicts where the Bexar County guys will try and one up the Medina County guys or the San Antonio guys, and it's kind of stupid. So, but like Paul put in the chat, we have several guys that went to CERT training, and even if you don't maintain membership in CERT, the training is tremendous because you go through several days of training and how to react to different events from a helping perspective. I mean, CERT is not radio focused, but they use radios. They usually have a ham radio guy or a GMRS guy at the CERT training to teach you how to use a radio. But whereas Aries and RACES are radio focused, CERT is more the guy 2 houses down from me that wants to be involved with his community can become part of the community. Mm-hmm. And yes, you will be running water and doing standing at barricades and stuff like that. But you get first aid, CPR, AED training. You get basic search and rescue training. You get a lot of aspects that even if you're in RACES or Aries can help you be a better operator by getting aspects away from the radio. So
when I was part of the Texas Search and Rescue Group, I was trained in search and rescue, field first aid, and a bunch of other things. Of course, CPR. We were FEMA trained in all the ICE operations,
right.
and we were actually deployed a number of times. And I've been down to the Gulf Coast as force multiplier for big events and we were points for responding to emergency 911 calls for injuries and other things. But when I see CERT, though, I don't see them like utilized in that capacity, and that's why I did the search and rescue group. Yeah. The other kind of counter to that is here in the DFW area, we weren't getting called a lot. So when we get called on, it was mostly rural areas, and we had to drive hours to go help out with anything just because there's too much interoperability, which is great for the DFW area, and they don't need the force multipliers. And then CERT comes in and helps them out with barricades and everything else. Paul said he's been in a couple tornadoes and other situations with the CERT team. But yeah, they can be deployed, but I've never seen them personally deployed in the way I wanted to be. So I never joined them.
It's
Their
the damn
ranks.
goofy green hard hats and vests, I think, is what drives it.
I think that's all depends on the state you're in too. How
Oh
certain-
no, Connecticut has the same colors.
Yeah.
Bring back ye
I
olde
wasn't talking about the
Philadelphia.
colors. I'm talking about how they're used because
It is. It's all.
our search deployed quite a bit out here.
Yeah.
and
It's
not
all
to work
very
American.
regionalized.
Now, David, do you have Oxcom or ComT or L?
We have Oxcom. Oxcom's actually getting quite involved with our areas and everything out here right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I necessarily like the direction they're trying to push it.
I was Oxcom certified a number of years ago, but at that time Texas wasn't doing anything with it, and I think my certifications have lapsed. But now I hear they're actually trying to utilize them in a better role. I was looking at getting the lower one, ComT technician, but they keep offering those classes during the week, and I was like, oh,
You just don't want it bad enough, Frank.
well, I want to work too and go to every radio convention and every field day event and there's too many ands here. So I can never get it in. They offered it once and I was already in Orlando when they did it on the weekend only.
Let me hit this one here, and this is
Go
an
ahead.
excellent comment that I got in one of the many comments that I've received. William, sorry, I'm not even gonna try it. 368 says, all these badges, one of you demand that we don't look or we don't be like the cops. You'll stand out like high vis targets, and that is
I
something.
don't wear
going
high
on.
vis.
No. High. They don't mean high vis vest. What they mean is, if you care, we were talking about badges earlier for the two of you that just joined us. If you have a metal badge, especially in this day and age, that makes you a target.
Yep.
So
I got a metal coin.
there you go.
I don't count.
Wait a minute. If any of the folks on the screen would have a badge, it would be you. I could totally see a tank radio badge. Not an idea, or not a good idea anyway. But
Hashtag not an idea.
I'm going to look into that. Have tanker
couple of
badges
those.
printed up.
No,
Started, Josh.
Josh, everybody's gonna show up at the different ham fests. And they're gonna say, hey, start handing you badges.
and I'm going to take them straight to the garbage can.
No, you won't. You'll have a little drawer with all these little badges.
Oh,
I
because
I got a couple patches over there on the wall.
I don't have an issue with patches at all, because the point is badges represent authority, and it's important if we want to be involved in emergency communications. We need to realize we have zero authority, period.
Respect my authority.
Well, that's
Authority.
just like,
Now throw a tie
you bring that up, Josh. But that's just
right
like
there
how
for you, buddy.
guys-
I can print it, and I'm bringing it.
Sure you can.
Put ham radio on it. Ham radio police.
right.
Sad ham monitors.
Yes.
There you go.
Sad
No, you got to put radio frequency police.
7.200, please.
The boat net, the boat net police.
The boat net police. Oh my god. I have an
But that's
idea
like-
for him, and I can't wait to piss him off.
The boat net.
Yes, the boat face net.
The Bodie McBoat face net.
Y'all can 3D print. You can't 3D print metal though, right?
Yeah, you can. There's
can.
special elements that's interlaced, and it 3D prints the metal.
We're
You
going
can also do
carbon,
additive with lasers.
carbon
Yeah,
fiber.
I can get filament that looks like metal.
That's right.
Yeah, as soon as I hold it, I'm gonna know it's a fake. I mean, any badge that I've ever held in my life, it's got some weight to it. Like, anyway. What about
Well, that's
name?
like-
What about name tags? Herbert Turner says, I don't have an issue with a name tag.
No, name tags, name badges, like the plastic little name tags, like.
But you should never you should never have a shield. Never ever have a shield. I'm gonna go get my thing. I'll be right back.
Your thing?
Your thing. See,
I
you
don't know
need
that
to
I wanna
have.
see his thing.
You need Josh. You need a rolling title screen like me. If they're
There
up
you
there.
go. You know what's interesting though? That looks nothing like you, Tank.
Really?
Yeah. That looks like a more adult version of you.
It's all the funny memes people sent me, and I liked, and I threw them in a folder.
Speaking about good food, who likes liverwurst?
Pass.
Yeah, no. I've actually, I can't say I've never tried it because the name itself just turns me away.
That's good stuff.
That looks like a big old brick.
It's great sandwiches.
That's that's just a big giant hot dog, Dave.
Y'all are putting
maybe-
hot dogs
maybe
on
those-
badges?
Is that why Michael's running around with it?
I come back and y'all are talking about hot dogs. Y'all putting hot dogs on badges now?
Hot
Instead of
dog and
Eagle?
spam and
No, we're gonna throw a hot dog.
liverwurst.
No, this was what I was issued for Aries years and years ago. Why it's on my sports radio thing, I don't know. I probably just threw it up there.
We'll get your
But-
barcode now.
It don't matter. It's invalid.
Gundark.
This is invalid now. Expired in 2020. But yeah, look at young me there. My fingers in the
Can't
way.
your big fat fingers in the way.
I know.
That's why I said. Did you see the ears on that Gundark?
Yeah, this is old. But if you join Aries in most counties, they're going to give you something like this. And the only purpose for this is to get you either into the OC or past a checkpoint if there was a situation.
Right.
If you are supposed to have a metal badge, they will issue you a metal badge. Don't take it upon yourself to make your own. I'm done with that soapbox. I've been on it all night.
All right. Well, and here's something that's kind of neat that we've done here. So I started out in GMRS, right? And a buddy of mine is still strictly GMRS. Well, when we created a GMRS group of people that were wanting to be involved in emergency management and helping out. They didn't want to get a license, but they had GMRS radios, a GMRS repeater, and they wanted to see what they could do. So we actually created a React team specifically for the GMRS guys. I moved on, got my ham radio license, and got into some of the bigger boy stuff. But when the Ham Radio Club and both of us, the Ham Radio Club and the GMRS React team, approached our emergency management coordinator, we created what's called Medina County Overwatch, which is a combination of the GMRS team and the Ham Radio team, where we work events, and whether they're planned or unplanned events, together. We still have to have two separate teams, and obviously most of the ham radio guys actually have GMRS licenses so we can cross communicate, but we have become part of the emergency management structure for the county, to the point where Medina County Overwatch got a commendation from the commissioners, and is an official entity within the Medina County emergency management chain. So it can be done, and it can be done at a local level where you're taking care of, your own, which is the idea that we had to begin with. We use the Aries moniker for the ham radio side. We have the React moniker for the GMRS side. Both sides have several CERT trained people. So we've kind of made our own little Medina County emergency management team where we work fires directly with the emergency management coordinator. That's the most common incident we have out here is fires, like brush fires. But we've all been trained we have a major train track that runs from Mexico straight through our county into the rest of the United States. So we've been trained on hazardous response for a train derailment, and how to identify what's in the containers, what we need to worry about. So there's a lot of different ways you can be part of the emergency management chain without getting into the politics of national races or Aries, right? And the funny thing is our Aries group almost runs completely independent. We're under the Aries through ARRL, but we kind of run our own thing. So just wanted to share that there's a lot of different ways you can help, and having a good plan and getting with your emergency management coordinator for the county you're in is the first step. There's a lot of counties now that are understanding, especially in the state of Texas, but beyond that, with the hurricanes and the tornadoes and all the bad weather that's going on, time and time again, the ham radio guys are the only ones able to talk, right? And so they're really now starting to look at where we used to be the primary source of communication back when these organizations were created. Modern technology fails very easily in a natural disaster. So now they're going back to looking at the old technology that we use for us. So, but that was...
What? You're saying my cell phone will never always work?
Yeah.
No, but that Starlink will.
That it will.
Until they turn it off. Do you want to trust something that has a magic button they can just disable it? And if you pay your bill?
Hey, this is good.
Hey,
This is good here. Look at KT4RM. Josh, Tank needs to design you a badge. Tank Commander SWAT with this. That's a great seal in the middle of the badge.
There you go, Frank. There's your new sticker.
There you go.
That would be friggin' hilarious.
Well, y'all, hold on. Let me try to pull up. Y'all see my giant patch, right? In the back of my hoodies and some of my t-shirts.
Oh, I thought you were going to see the back of your head. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's like tattooed right here.
That'd be
God.
awesome. Just
Hey,
pull up the hair and there's that tattoo.
Hey, 10-0 makes an excellent point that I didn't even think of. The sun will ruin that Starlink for you with one solar flare. Excellent.
Yeah, but if the
point.
solar flare passes, you're good to go.
Not necessarily. Not if it fries those satellites.
He's going to have 1 billion of them up there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but do you know how fast they're falling out of the sky?
Mm-hmm.
They're grounded. They're fine. They're
They're
grounded.
grounded.
They're grounded.
They're grounded. I love that.
Hey,
There's
there's a good debate here going in the chat, and this kind of goes back to another video I did last week. And I don't know if we want to tackle this right now because we are already in overtime. But
A little bit.
let's see here. Where is it? Somebody was bringing up a point about GMRS.
Oh,
So-
the GMRS versus ham radio.
Yeah, that's what it is. Somebody, I can't find it.
GMRS. I'll tell you the comment. GMRS is the community college. Ham radio is the.
No, it was before that.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
somebody was making a. I can't find it anymore, but they were saying that GMRS should be included in your ham radio license as default. Well, how do we feel about that?
No.
No.
Oh, there's.
Yeah,
I was showing
GMRS.
you the
Oh.
patch, or this is the large patch I have for the channel. That could
Oh,
be
that-
our badge.
There you go. At least it's not a shield.
Hey, bring it back up. My friend said only a vain person will put themselves in their own graphic.
Oh, you are in there.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was trying to figure out if you had that embroidered, how in the world that would work.
Oh. My friends are like, why'd you put yourself in a sticker like that? I'm like, because it's awesome.
I just have a bigger tank up there, like a big
Mhm.
giant Sherman or something.
I go ahead.
Oh, I was just on the GMRS thing. I think it should be included in our license.
Really?
We're already on 2 meter 70 centimeter. GMRS is just outside of 70 centimeter. So we're already there. Why not just allow
Tim's
it?
shaking his head no, and I'm shaking my head no.
No.
So
GMRS and FRS, they are the easy buttons. If you want
FRS
an
is a
easy way
really
to go,
easy button.
if you want an easy way to go,
But don't you get more watts with GMRS?
you do get more wattage with GMRS, and that's why you're becoming licensed. Your license actually shifts. So FRS radios, the license actually is the radio. The radio itself is licensed. GMRS, you assume that license, and for the family, if you want the easy button, that is the way to go. There is no technical knowledge needed other than putting a battery in and turning on the power, right?
Right.
Ham radio is so much more than just 70 centimeters.
Well,
And I see
you're
people
right.
all the time talking about that online, and it drives me up a wall.
But if we're
Well,
already
why couldn't
licensed
GMRS?
higher
Mhm.
than GMRS,
Right.
why not automatically get the privileges instead of having to buy a separate license?
So you're
Because
saying
it's
just
We're talking about we're only talking about just ham radio.
Yes, ham radio
Getting a license
getting
by default. The GMRS.
the
by
GMRS
default,
privileges by default, not
not the other way around.
the other
not
way
yet,
around.
not the other way around.
So why not? We're already licensed higher than GMRS because you just pay a fee for GMRS.
Mhm.
Why not automatically get the privileges instead of charging me another $35 for a license?
Because you're blending two different types of radio, and people are already getting. Well, I don't know if they're getting in trouble.
Well,
right
the
now.
license used to be free, so at that point it was a why not? It's just filing paperwork.
Well, actually, the GMRS license used to be $70. The ham radio license used to be $70.
That's
Then they
right.
went free, and then people abuse the changing their call signs every other week, and then they put everything into a $35 fee schedule. There are two different radio services, and so I understand what you're saying. But one of the problems that we have is people take Part 97 radios and use them on GMRS, and those radios are not
License.
Well, and
licensed
it's
for that.
easy to be easy to be done, and I'm not knocking on my friends at Gigaparts, but there's an option when you buy a radio from Gigaparts to have it Mars modded, which would open it
Yeah,
up.
but that's for
But that
Mars.
doesn't make it invalid equipment. You're still taking the responsibility to operate within your bands.
Yeah, as a licensed ham radio operator, our equipment, we are the license, not the equipment. We can make a radio and operate that radio because of our license. So the ability to take my Baofeng and use it on GMRS, as long as I know the rules and it follows the rules, my license covers that radio. So why not have the privileges for GMRS? Instead of having to pay for another license, because we all, as ham radio operators, we're the one who gets in trouble. GMRS, it's the radio manufacturer, right? And then if you're doing something stupid, your license. FRS is completely on the manufacturer of the radio.
Right.
So as we get higher as a level, why not be able to, as a ham radio operator with a GMRS license, be legal to take any radio and be able to use it on GMRS as long as it meets the requirements?
Or any radio and put it on the ham bands. You know, there's also taking commercial radios and putting them on the amateur
we
radio
do.
bands.
Well,
Part
and-
97.
So we can do it, right? We can do that.
We can, yes.
We can, right? Because the responsibility goes back to you. So you can build your own radios in this, and this is where that line gets blurred. You know, so the guys in GMRS, I get it. That's the easy button, right? We have quite a broad set of frequencies. Even with the technicians is kind of limited, but the general and the extra, you've got so much more that you can do with it. So I don't know. I mean, why? What's the difference? It's $35, right?
You know,
for
It's
for changing
$35.
license.
It's
And it's
another-
also, but it also expands it to, your family. I mean,
No,
Well,
that's part of
a good
the
point.
GMRS license proposition.
That's true.
Is that it's a license for the family.
That's true. And
Yeah.
that's not something I was really, the track I was thinking is no, because it wouldn't be able to extend. It would be no, because if I got a GMRS license, it would still be on me to make sure that my family under that GMRS license operates within the GMRS rules.
Right.
So
Still your
basically
responsibility.
it's why have another $35 fee when we can do way more and better already to
So-
be able to operate on a band
Well,
that doesn't
government.
require the requirements that
So
are-
am I hearing Dave for FCC director here?
I mean,
They're doing a
I
pretty good
feel a
job
lot
right
of
now,
it's a
right?
money grab because
I don't think it's
It
a
is a
money
money
grab.
grab.
I do, Tim, because I didn't pay for my first ham license till I got my third renewal.
I don't think it's a money grab as much. Most of the FCC is funded by commercial interest. That's part of the reason why we're always the stepchild and things. But so I don't necessarily think, because it used to be free for us just up until a couple of years ago. And it was a bunch of people whining and complaining on one hand that they're paying too much, and another group of people that were essentially abusing the vanity call system and changing our call sign every other week.
Real quick. Shout out to Brandon Win 8322.
Congratulations.
Well, heck
License upgrade today to General. Congratulations.
Very nice.
He was on the kids table the other night, last night, mentioning that he had passed his test. So
whoop whoop.
There you go. This
like
is interesting, y'all.
Button, Tim. I think
What's
part
that?
of why you call GMRS the easy button. I think part of that is because a lot of people screaming the easy button and stuff like that has driven a lot of people away from ham radio. They want to talk on the radio.
Yep.
But they hear a lot of these people out here screaming about how you got to do this, you got to do that. And so instead of getting their ham radio license, they go that way because honestly, and I know a lot of guys that are in the overlanding world. I know guys that would love to talk on HF radio, but they've heard too much of that. You have to do this, you have to do that.
There's too many.
They're not worried about the testing. They're worried about the way they're being treated.
But there is one thing that I think everybody is forgetting and will very easily forget. Anybody can go and get an HF radio right now and get on HF. You know what that's called? CB.
Yep.
Yeah.
27 megahertz.
But 4 watts doesn't get you very far.
Legally.
12 watts on sideband will get you a lot further than you think. And people, and I know people are going to say, 125 miles. No, that actually has been, and Salty Walt talked about it, but that actually got changed. There is no 125 mile limit on CB and on single sideband anymore.
Right. But as you said, Dave, in the overlanding world, everybody was CBs. And then a company came out called Rugged Radios. And Rugged Radios blew up because they're like, well, this sounds so much better. We can put multiple headsets. We can do all this stuff. You're paying a lot of this. And, you know, they started out at FRS. And then they moved into GMRS. And then the Rugged Radios were selling everything to all these guys, like down in Hammertown. Rugged Radios has a huge setup. Pretty much any overlanding show you go to that's big, Rugged Radios is there. They don't tell you, right? What's that?
I was going to say, I didn't see them at Moore.
Yeah, they're not at Moore.
Midland shows up.
Midland's
well,
there.
That could be because Midland is a Kansas City store, a Kansas City company.
Right.
Midland's got a huge booth at Moore.
So, but on that track, you know, they don't tell they don't tell you till they're buying the radio or that you're doing the research on the radio deeper that you have to have a GMRS license to run this.
So you think they're misrepresenting the product where they're not specified telling you that you need a license to use this equipment?
Yeah, because if you look at their advertisements, you don't see a license blurb. You don't say you need a GMRS license to operate this
years ago, I went on a trip with my friends, and my friends bought a GMRS FRS radio. And it was just blister pack. There was no warning or anything. It was buried in the legalese on the last page. In order to use frequencies or channels 24 to da 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 on this radio, you need the GMRS license. And I brought up my friends. They're like, "Who cares?"
Tim, we got corrected.
I saw that.
Rugged Radio was at Moore.
I was about to say, I swear they were at Moore, but y'all outvoted me, so you intimidated me.
Yeah, Bill says
sorry, we didn't mean to bully you.
Power supply from it, or a power switcher from him.
Tank, we didn't mean to bully you. I mean,
so,
Dave bullied you, but not us. But we didn't mean to allow Dave to bully you on stream.
But do you see where I'm going with this? You know, there's a lot of overlanders out there that I know personally that are ham radio operators that love to go out and operate HF and VHF and UHF, and they have Some of them have modded radio so that they can talk to the guys on the trail that's riding with them. That being said, you know, there's a lot of that happening, and a lot of these guys, not the overlanders, the ham radio overlanders specifically, but a lot of the overlanders just buy the radios and throw them in their trucks because they think they're just talking on the trail, and that's it. There's quite a few of them out there that license. What do you mean license? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I bought this the other day. It's fine. I don't need anything
Exactly.
special.
Yeah, and that's no different.
I
than the
keep like
bubble
3
punch you put on
GMRS
Reaper.
radios.
These are the kinds of idiots that will just take anything and throw in their vehicle and put a mag mount on it and not have a clue about SWR.
now.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You know, they're not educated enough to be more than what we've talked about, an appliance operator, literally.
Yeah.
You know, and to them, that is an appliance and it's a means to an end, so I can talk to my buddies on the trail.
But it also, I agree, it's also a gateway into amateur radio. If you want to start to learn more and how to get farther, I'm agreeing with you, Dave. I'm agreeing with you. It's a great easy step to get into it. Especially with them making the tests much more open to everybody. I think that we should accept them into our ranks. We shouldn't. Oh, you came from the GMRS days. How cute.
So Fat Brady there makes a comment. Says GMRS in my area is way more active than ham when it comes to repeaters. You know, and that's absolutely probably true. I was driving through Indianapolis, and the repeater that I used to regularly talk on when I lived there was just absolutely dead. The 2 times I went through Indianapolis today, where it was like the busiest. But ham radio in the 2 meter 70 centimeter is far more than just that little sliver of FM and repeaters. Right. There's so much more to it, and that's why I keep saying the GMRS and FRS are the easy buttons. If they're just wanting to talk and local simplex communication on FM, that is the way to go. But you could do weak signal satellites, you can do sideband, you can do CW, you can, AM, you can do all of those in that 2 meter band that you cannot do with GMRS or FRS.
Exactly.
So yes, there is so much more that
gateway where like I started with GMRS, got really sick of the channelized BS and got my ticket. So I can
there's another thing. Channels. We have no channels. We have no
Yeah, we do.
channels.
Yeah, we do. 60
well,
meters.
60 meters.
Well,
that doesn't count. But we don't.
Like you brought up the repeaters and 2 meters being dead. Are they really dead? Are there really not people talking?
No.
Oh, no, there are.
Have we fragmented it so bad with DMR, Fusion, D-Star, P25, NXDN that everybody's just...
Well, that's a fair point.
I'm going to take the fragmentation in a little different direction. You are right. With the DFW area, people are on waiting lists for 10 years to get a pair in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And there are so many... Yeah, there's so many repeaters out here. Where are the people to talk to?
So we're the same way in Indianapolis. You can't get a pair. You basically
same here.
Have to hijack one.
Same here, because some of the hams they'll get a pair and hang on to them forever, even though they don't have a repeater up. And it's super frustrating.
I'll give our repeater council credit on that, because our 2 meters, I mean, there is no pairs left, but every 2 years they start following up on repeaters, and if they don't get responses on them and they don't find these repeaters on the air, they start clawing those frequencies back, those pairs back, so they can give it to somebody else.
Yeah, if you want a pair, you got to do 2/4, 220.
Yeah.
220 is open here for us too.
But again, there's so many repeaters. You got to scan them all to talk to someone. Before COVID, though, there were a lot of repeaters much more active during the drive time, and there were there was groups of people just talking during drive time. I knew many of them, never met them, but COVID killed all that, and it hasn't came back yet.
I agree. That's what I was talking about up here prior to COVID. Yeah, you had a hard time getting in a word edgewise and it was fun, right? And these were fun. Like we're shooting the crap right now. We're going back and forth, and some of us are talking over each other. I mean, you kind of got some of that too, and that was fun, right? Everybody had a great time. Like I said, every time I go up to Indianapolis and I go through there, zip zero. Maybe one or two people.
It's sad. Digital stuff did run away a lot of the elders from a couple of repeaters that were very active, and then a club, well, nameless, decided to make that repeater also digital in a dual mode, and all the analog people got tired of hearing the digital noise and turned off the radio.
It's called PL.
PL tones.
Oh, why do I need to
DCS
put a PL tone? So I don't know someone's talking digital and I key up. I'm interfering with the repeater now.
No.
And they're
So,
technically
that's why-
interfering with me.
If you had System Fusion, it would fall back to analog.
Well, it would fall back to analog, and then the guys realize that you're on analog, and then they're like, "Oh, we're on analog. Go into digital mode. Click," and they're gone again, talking in the
All you
digital.
got to do is key up, and it goes right back to analog.
Dude, I might have been a guy who just, when I hear the digital noise, chunk the repeater.
Serial analog.
But you know what? If they've already got control of it, if your repeaters are set up right, you won't affect them at all.
No, what they should have done is do it with a new pair or a pair that wasn't as active, because that killed that repeater for a lot of the older gentlemen on the club.
So I say is All-Star Link is the best digital mode out there.
Someone said Zell was the best digital mode out there.
Well,
Zell.
I got that from the chat.
Yeah, somebody was talking about Zello a minute ago.
Yeah, Zell works until you're
Zelle is a payment app. You're talking about
No,
Zello.
not that Zello. Zello. It's a push to talk app.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
will work as long as you
A lot of
have
storm
internet
chasers.
connection.
Yeah, a lot of storm chasers use it.
Well, All Star's only going to work if you got internet connection.
still works as a local.
Oh, which hurricane was it?
You can have
There's
a
huge
duplex.
hurricane in
No,
Texas.
The All Star's not going to work
Yeah.
though.
You could still use it as a local repeater.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, it's there. The
Yeah,
point
but-
is, it's not even digital, Dave. It's
It's VoIP.
analog
It's
VoIP, FM. Yeah.
yeah. It's the old phone VoIP is exactly what it is. The original
All-Star.
phone VoIP.
All-Star.
Somebody
I
was bringing
suppose you
up Echo Link earlier. Same thing.
You could do
Echo
sideband on
Link's
that.
not
I
going to
bet.
work if the internet's down. And that's the other thing that drives me nuts. Are these boneheads that are advertised in the POC radios, coast to coast, in the event of an emergency, blah, blah. I said, yeah, but if the cell phone or the cell towers go down, you're done. You're not talking to anybody.
Or
You're
even
out
if
of
it's
coverage.
overloaded, you take that to an event that there's thousands of people out there. The cell towers are so overloaded, data is crawling. So
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
going to work. But
Nope.
I don't like those when they misrepresent it, when they just tell you what it is. Oh, it works on the cell towers on the via these carriers. Okay, that is good information, but don't use it as this is your emergency communication device.
Can talk on it worldwide.
We know, Bill, you're a POC fan.
You can talk on this thing worldwide that's sitting right in front of me, this 7300 Mark II.
And
There you go.
my 991 Alpha.
And the Sherry node, once I plug it in, where's Dawn?
Right. But yeah, it's just somebody in the chat said, how do I get my kids interested in ham radio?
Give
Tell
them that
what
for
it's-
wrestling radio.
show them all the cool stuff and show them how it works. And, I mean, it's better than a cell phone, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many options out there to get kids in. My son,
Can I watch TikTok on ham radio?
What's that?
Can I watch TikTok on ham radio?
No.
Absolutely. You can.
Slow scan.
What?
Are you talking about
Okay.
TikCan?
Oh, for God's sakes.
ATV.
All right.
ATV. I bet you can do that on 2 meter.
If there were, if you could do something TikTok like on ham radio, guarantee you that'd get the kids' attention.
If can I still swipe the screen?
I mean,
Swipe the waterfall?
Yes,
Yes.
wonderful. But I told my son, my oldest son, I said, dude, you get your technician license, I'll buy you a real portable radio, not
But
this.
you can't get kids interested in something they're not interested in.
Oh no, my son is totally interested. Actually, all my boys are. They just I'm not there to help because they're not here. And I said, you get your general license, I'll buy you a real HF rig, the whole shebang, get you on the air. And he said, bet. And I said, okay, we'll see if you get this license. So we'll see if he gets the license.
KY4TRK says you can talk east to west on a 7300 Mark IV or Mark 1 for K8 MRD's sake.
Mhm.
You
Yeah, right.
absolutely can.
Anytime you're around Mike, just call it a 7300 Mark 1.
Mark
Always
1.
the Mark 1.
The Mark 1.
If you want to get a little exotic, you can call it an MK1.
Bill, what's TikTok? I know TikCan and Face Page.
What about TalkTick?
No, I don't know what TalkTick is.
You can get a
TikCan.
little on the edge there, Josh.
Who's this 10-0 Zare man who just said, buy me a mobile radio, tired of this Bofang? Who the hell's that?
Well, go for it, man. Use a tank at checkout, get double points.
Hey.
Hey,
Wrong
I was
channel.
waiting for that.
Hey.
Do you want to hear the story that Kyle was like, I'm gonna absolutely stab you?
And
Tim
What's
was
wrong?
around for this.
Yeah.
We were at More Expo, and there was a guy. He was hugging the hall. I call them huggers, where you go to an airport and everyone has their, trying to charge their cell phone at any outlet they find.
Mhm.
At More Expo, there was a guy trying to charge up his little, battery at the shower block, and he was sitting outside, and I saw him when I went in. I was coming out, and I looked at him. I was like, "Looks like you need a solar panel." He goes, "Yeah, I kind of do." I said, "Go to Gigaparts. Use tank at checkout. Get 5% off." I walked away, and Kyle, when I told the story, he's like, "I'm going to absolutely stab you right now."
Michael Horsley brings up something interesting. I want to hit on this too. And we really need to wrap this before too terribly long. I played with Radio Shack kits as a kid, made amateur licensing a breeze. And I think that is something that has impacted our hobby, and the barrier to entry is frankly the lack of Radio Shack.
Right here, Frank. I'm high.
Hi.
Radio Shack was the original maker store.
Sure it was.
Yeah.
And to that point, I also kind of side note, the CES in Las Vegas was this week. Consumer Electronics Show was in Las Vegas this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who was there?
Me?
Radio
Josh.
Shack.
Company.
That makes
There's
sense.
there's
Be
an
making a
investment
comeback.
company that bought the name.
Well, they had a lot of interesting stuff, and I can tell you this: it's not cell phones. There's maybe a little hope that maybe they'll get back in the radio world because they're selling shortwaves.
Okay, so
Radio Shack, I don't think ever sold. They never manufactured anything. They private labeled.
Sure,
tons of
sure.
stuff.
Everything.
They're the original private label company.
Yeah.
Yep. So we have a local Radio Shack in KMPA, and it's actually a Radio Shack. It's a franchisee who bought his Radio Shack and has access to the name. A couple years ago, he told me that all of the people who own the still existing Radio Shacks have gotten together and wanted to bring back Radio Shack, separate from Tandy, because it is now a separate entity. Radio Shack is no longer with Tandy. It's this whole group basically bought Radio Shack, and they said they wanted to bring it back. And that was about 3 years ago, the last time I heard it. So
I'll welcome it, but
that'd be awesome.
how can we get more kits out there? Because
The kits were awesome.
Yeah, why can't we do foxhole radio kits and some other things that help, like, build your own radio type stuff out there? There's kits for antennas for days,
Right.
but there's no kit for let's build
Even the
let's
little
build a
crystal
simple
radio
radio.
Even the little crystal radio kits. Those are fun. The little springs, you put the wires in and you put the little ear thing in, and you're like, holy crap, I hear their AM station.
Hmm. But do like little kits, easy kits like that. What's the little radio one they have? 4 days of May, QMX. Those
Yes.
QMX radios are amazing, but you need good solder skills. But I want something simpler than that. I want something that a kid could do.
Yeah.
I could see a product like Meshtastic doing well inside of a Radio Shack
Oh yeah.
Yes.
easily.
Hugely. Seed. Oh yeah. Especially Seed actually having storefronts instead of online presence. They can actually have a brick and mortar presence.
Well, and not only are we talking about Meshtastic with Seed, Seed's got so many other products that could be integrated in the storefront like that.
Oh yeah. Well,
Especially that thing I bought from you, Dave. I forget what it's called. The Sense Cap. The
Yeah.
Touch.
There's a lot of, and they're toying the idea, but they would rather have somebody else sell it. But the maker world as a whole is starting to get more and more and more popular. So electronic stores are going to be needed more and more and more. Somebody that sells little ESP32 boards, right? They can do numerous different things. And Arduino development kits and stuff like that. All of that stuff is all online stores. So if you had a storefront in the right area where there's a lot of people that tinker, you could make a killing. We actually still in San Antonio have a store that sells electronic components. It's the last one. We used to have half a dozen or more. We still got one. And you can still go buy diodes, resistors, and walk in there with a weird part. And the guy behind the counter who's been doing electronics for 60 years can look at that and go, oh, yeah, I got about 20 of these in a bin over there.
Yep.
But yeah.
Are we so used to now just buying things online that store brick and mortars don't make sense, even if you are in a heavy populated area?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and somebody
Amazon
mentioned this in the comments a
mortar.
minute ago that an advantage would be you'd have it in your hand today. Well, frankly, with this, there's Frank again.
Howdy, Frank, right here.
There's so many damn Amazon warehouses across this country now. That's almost
Around
still
the world.
not. Yeah, I mean around the world, but specifically here in the United States, you can almost get anything same day nowadays.
Oh, yeah. But you can also, at 9:40 at night, when all the brick and mortar stores are closed, I can order something on Amazon and have it tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Or before.
or before, depending on how close you are to a distribution center. So yeah,
They're delivering as early as 2 a.m. here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They have a 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. window.
I'm still rural, so the fact that I'm getting next
it's
day.
next day and it's during the day for me.
Yeah.
So Amazon is putting 4 brand new distribution centers in Israel. And because Bearcom, the company I work with, anybody got a passport? Because somebody's going to be putting some radio equipment in.
I got a passport. I'm good. We can
I ain't going
discuss
to that
rates.
part of the world ever again.
I understand that, Tim. And then they were talking about Luxembourg. There's like 8 new Amazon facilities going in that tiny little country of Luxembourg. So
I love traveling.
No, I like traveling too. I just don't like traveling to that part of the world.
Yep.
That's a no-go zone for Timmy.
Yep. All right, fellas, let's do a quick around the horn with final thoughts. It's getting late. Some of us have to work tomorrow. Michael, we'll go around the clock. You're at 12 o'clock. You're first.
12
Any
o'clock.
final thoughts?
Get out in POTA, get your GMRS license, pay the $35, do it legally, get your ham license, get your tech license, get your general license, get your extra license. Get on the air, be active, get with your community, check with your people. I hear somebody snickering.
No, that was me calling.
Oh, okay. Get out there, be active. Get out, talk, find out who your emergency management is. If you're interested in race these areas, find out who's available in your area. Talk on the repeaters. You know, if you're interested in race these areas, even CERT, there's always advertisements for CERT. You can get online, look up CERT online in your local community. If you want to go that route, areas or races, there's everything's available out there. This is not a recruitment, but it should be. we definitely need more outreach. Have fun this week. Stay out of trouble. Do not be next week's safety brief.
Very, very good wisdom there. Absolutely. Dave. Super Dave.
Well,
I haven't called you
well-
Super Dave all night.
Super Dave Osborne.
T.O. said that get your extra.
Oh,
Hey,
that
T.O.,
reminds me. Where
extra
are
by
you guys
April.
on
You.
that?
Are you going to have yours?
I'm gonna
Because I
get
will
mine.
have mine.
I've got to work on my part 3 for the girl. Are you kidding me? 100 question test and about stupid crap that has nothing to do with radio.
should-
Yeah.
Then it should be easy for you to test for the 50 question.
Oh,
Yeah.
the extra is a breeze. The growl, I've got to memorize satellite altitudes. Really? The hell is that going to do with radio? What does
What-
that have to do with
Well, how do you
radio?
think they talk, Mike?
Do I really need to know the altitude of the damn satellite in order to talk on the satellite?
Yeah.
Really? Tell
Power.
me what. Tell
Power.
me why.
Well, you need to know how to measure EIRP. I'm sorry. You want the GMRS of girls? Is that what you need?
I want the GMRS version of the growl. Yeah, there. For what we as not you, Tim. You know my argument.
I know.
There's some dumb crap in the growl,
Oh,
but
there is.
so go ahead, Dave. What were you gonna say? You're gonna get your extra?
Yeah, I was challenging you to get your extra by April.
I'll have my
But,
extra
I mean-
before you, sir.
To remind
we'll see.
everybody, there is a challenge among my panelists here.
Oh, there's a broad challenge across many YouTube channels.
Hey, have you gone to the clubhouse and filled out the form to make
Why
it
do I want to
official?
go to the clubhouse? I got my own VE guys right up here.
No. Just to fill out the form to be part of the extra by April challenge.
It's accountability, Michael.
Why do I have to
That's
prove it?
exactly it. It's
Accountability,
accountability.
So here on my channel, I believe it's just Dave, Michael, and Andy. Dave, you've already got
He's
it,
not
right?
going to get his extra.
No, I'm a general, but I won't be able to. I just had my pre-delivery inspection on my trailer today. I'm not going to be able to study for anything.
Gotcha. The three of them are all generals, and I have given them the challenge for this channel. I don't give a shit about April. That don't matter to me. But the first one of them to get their extra, they get a show completely. They run the show one
Oh,
night.
you're done, Dave.
Yep. What you said that last time, and look at you. You're still sitting there smoking L&M's, talking about how good you are.
I do not smoke L&M. I might be poor, but I'm not broke.
Virginia Slims. That's what he's doing.
Oh God, no. Ugh.
Benson's and Hedges.
Oh my
Benson
grandmother
and
used to smoke
Hedges.
them. Oh my
Anyway,
All
Dave,
balls.
do your
Go ahead,
thing there, Dave.
Well, but like Tio said, he had some good points. If you're interested in Aries and all those, get out and do a little research. And he's right. As Aries groups and CERT groups, they need to get out and do more recruiting. But I agree with him. Get out and do more POTA. Hopefully, it's not going to snap off and get cold because weather's been
it's
good
gonna get
for
cold.
me getting out. So I got a few videos coming out. But other than that, just enjoying ham radio again. That's one of my goals for this year. Besides extra by April, so that's about all I got going right now, Josh.
There you go. See here, we're going clockwise. So Tim, final thoughts.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
Good man.
Yeah. Now, in all fairness,
you got a little something here.
right? Yeah. Well, this hobby is what you make out of it. At the end of the day, it is what you make out of it, and you can do quite a bit or none at all. You got stuff that's adjacent to your employment, your job. I actually utilize this. I kid you not. I haven't told too many people about this. When I was sitting down with my manager, and I got my tech general and extra in a couple months, but when I was sitting down with my manager, he's talking professional development. I'm so far in my career that certifications and stuff don't mean anything to me. And I said, you know what? I got professional development. Let me go get my ham radio license. And he kind of looked at me and I made that argument that there's so much more that I can do with it. than just some certification that I could. I have the skill sets to teach the material. I'm a subject matter expert in that stuff already. So, and that's what I did. I used my general and my extra as professional development for my IT job. So be creative.
Yep.
This is the place to do it. All right. Dealer Dave.
I don't know what they said.
Play with more Meshtastic. Dave will hook you up with Meshtastic.
Yeah,
We'll hook you up with good Meshtastic.
Will be
Really
at
good.
Hamcation. Have limited stock, but I will have stuff at Hamcation.
I was
right
going
now,
to tell
man-
you better bring about 1,000 of those T2000s to Dayton because they're
Well,
going to probably all sell.
T2000s will not be available in the United States till February, and the Meshtastic version is being developed. So that'll be a next year hot ticket item, I'm sure. No, right now I'm so focused on trying to get out of this place and into the trailer. I'm just here. But yeah, go out, play radio. If you want to get involved in emergency management, find what organizations are around you and get involved. You don't need to create a new one unless there's absolutely nothing there. But yeah, just get involved. There's plenty of different ways to handle AMCOM, and maybe we can figure it out.
There you go. All right. Do we need to take our headphones off?
No, I can behave, I guess, if I have to.
Tell us about, give us final thoughts and plug your thing again because we are going to be there this Sunday.
Yep. Final thoughts. I agree with a lot of y'all. It doesn't matter what you do to volunteer and help your community. Any aspect that you can do and you feel comfortable doing, do it. The group doesn't matter as long as it fits yourself and your dynamics. That's RACES, CERT, Aries. And one thing we haven't mentioned on here, Red Cross has a big radio group that goes out and deploys satellites and other things to help support emergency communications. So any of those that you can do it. And it's fun. I'll tell you from experience, it's fun. And then coming up on my channel this Sunday, it's going to be Sunday 11th, Tank Radio's birthday live stream. We're just going to...
Easy. You told us not to take off our
You're
headphones.
right. You're right. I'm sorry. My birthday live stream, I'm going to have a bunch of friends come on, and we're just going to be hanging out, talking with each other, shooting the breeze, and figuring out what else is going on. And the Gigaparts is helping us to celebrate. In order to find out what that means, you got to tune in. And oh wait, look, I forgot to spam the chat. There we go. With that link, I'll see you there. And
You misspelled it.
what did I do? That was a complete copy and paste.
You know what?
I don't know, it
What
doesn't
I'm
work for me.
thinking. What I'm
clicking the
thinking
link
is
and nothing
Gigapart.
happens.
He says you got to tune in to figure out what Gigaparts is going to do.
Yeah.
Gigaparts also sells computer supplies.
Mhm.
Use coupon code HamShackTV for double rewards points.
Mhm.
I bet you they are going to give you a new keyboard for your birthday.
A new keyboard?
you.
You don't like the sound?
Thank you. Oh my God. Dude,
Well,
I'm-
and then while Dealer Dave was talking, it sounded like you had a freaking dog clicker going.
Oh, sorry, ADD. I found a jar of Mike's hot honey.
Hot honey? Oh yeah,
and the little white part is still in there, and I figured out if you push it, it makes a
Mhm.
sound. ADD. I have so many toys on my desk. I don't even know what's around here. But
hey
yep,
Tank, I better get an invite.
all right, hit me up in Discord.
All right.
All y'all invited. All y'all invited.
It's always
I think I
fun.
spammed all of y'all, majority of y'all already, the ones I do have in my Discord links.
I didn't get an invite. What's up with that?
I was gonna say I
You
didn't get
didn't?
an invite.
No.
What?
I swear I got you. Dave, I did not get you. I'm sorry,
No.
Dave.
Man,
I thought I got you.
See where you rank, Dave?
I
Dave,
know.
You know.
Dave is important.
know
I
where
swear
I'm
I
at.
got him. Maybe I'm going to spam my Texas Hams channel.
Vern over in Kansas got an invite, but Dave,
Here's
Texas,
a-
Dave,
Mesh Dave,
Tex-
did not get-
Texas
Dealer
Dave
Dave.
is always welcome. But But congratulations, Dave, on the new C Studio product launch, or at least announcement. Sorry to hit you up on the back channel. Did not know what it is. I saw T2000. I said, yes, the next iteration of the T1000s. I must have this.
That was hilarious.
I didn't even know what it is. I was like, must have now.
When can I get a T2000? I'm like, why do you want a T2000?
I don't even know what it is. I was like, I thought it was another size, that size, easy mesh.
So he can track Sapphire in his absence.
That's it.
Yes.
William,
Must know what it is.
William says that was our TikTok. Him clicking that Mike's Hot Honey Ball. That's TikTok.
Dude, I have bourbon over here. I have Jack Daniel's seasoning. I have a Denko battery. I have Xbox controller.
There's Kinder Salt and Pepper. There's Chinese barbecue or Japanese barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Well, where's your drinks? Where's your liquor?
Here's your bad take of the night.
It's a work night.
There you go.
Knob Creek, yes.
Here's your bad take of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my 40-meter filter.
Of everything that I have tried by Kinders, I don't like anything. I have found
like
nothing
Kinders?
of Kinders that I like.
I like the prime steak. It's a good mix of black pepper or black garlic, truffle, and salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
I make my own rub. That's probably why this is still up here. I do my own barbecue rub. Pringles.
Hot
honey.
honey.
I love hot honey, y'all. Have you ever put hot honey on a pizza?
I made my own hot honey. I smoked it with a habanero, and it was phenomenal.
Did you put it on a pizza?
I put it on everything until that stuff was gone. I almost cursed, but I didn't know what type of channel it was.
It's
Dave,
a family
how many
channel
full
until
things
10
are you
o'clock Eastern time.
Well,
so.
we're almost there anyways.
Oh, we're past it. It's 10 o'clock. It's almost 11 o'clock Eastern time.
Here, Dave.
My God.
Oh, dear. Hey. I want you to take a look at what's right under that name right there.
Me?
Right
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Made in the USA.
there. Made right here in Knoxville.
This is my dad's key.
I have a tape measure. Oh, that's awesome. I
KJ
have nothing to.
Seriously, you got to put your call sign in front of you so you can read it there.
Bourbon or Japanese whiskey.
Oh, in your
The reflection.
on the Viber.
Oh,
key
that was
was
from
the
the
call.
that was. I wrote down the dude's calls from the giveaway from over Christmas.
Oh.
By the way, Michael, message delivered. I passed that along. So
Thank you, sir.
he's not mad or anything. He's just
He sent me a QSL card thanking me. I was like, oh my God, you got it already?
Oh Lord.
I had to clean
Thanks.
up all the whiskey bottles. My girlfriend came up here and was like, Jesus Christ, how much do you drink? I'm like, oh, I think I haven't thrown a bottle away in 2 years.
I'm still over that whole girlfriend thing there.
Yeah, I was just that was my question too.
Got a Garrel.
All right, y'all, hang out a minute. I'll put this thing in the bed, and we'll give a quick debrief in a minute. So anyway, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I don't know how I made Frank the last one I took off. I guess it's luck of the draw, but appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We are almost an hour into overtime here. 51 folks still watching. What a great stream. Ever since the Christmas stream, y'all have found us and you've stuck with us, and we've had more and more people watching. So really appreciate that. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching on Team Replay, appreciate you being here. Join us every Thursday night. Generally every Thursday night, unless it's a holiday or something bad's happened. 8 p.m. Eastern time in the real time zone, or 7 p.m. in God's time, according to Ham Radio 2.0 and Tank and all those heathens down in Texas. But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all watching. Again, channel memberships are available down below. Hit the join button. That gives you early access to videos, as well as HamShackTV emojis, all that good stuff. And go check out all the folks' channels that are with us tonight here. Dave, Hillbilly Ham, Michael, M3F MFL, that's Tortoise Overland, Gray Man Poda, go check his channel out. I don't think Dealer Dave has a channel set up just yet, When he does, we'll definitely be promoting. And Tank Radio, people. Tank Radio. I guess that made him happy. I don't know. Maybe I can do it for once. But Sunday night, come join us. It's going to be a good time over there celebrating Frank's birthday and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week right here on HamShackTV Live. Wrong one.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man.
All right. Good night, everybody. 73. The A4WX WSCB 693.